What about now? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes, no, maybe, see. Come on. Okay, cool. Let's make a show. I don't know what's wrong. YouTube is weird, man. I've been noticing my playback, man. The sound like it's underwater. Like something wrong with this app, dude. It only does it. It's crazy. That's why I said maybe that's a sign to get off YouTube, go somewhere else. Because YouTube sucks, man. That's where most of the weirdos be at anyway. YouTube. I'm convinced either TikTok or YouTube. I might go to Facebook Live and start doing this, bro. Go back to the old 2014 days of Periscope. Get that going. Is that even a thing? Is that still up? I don't know. Seen that since what, 2014, 15. But now, like I said, I was taking a little. What's up, M Bill? I always say what takes a little break, but it's only like a day or two. But yeah, last year, I said last year. Um, Yesterday was a whole year, or not a year, but 8 years, man. The daddy had passed. You know what I'm saying? So I was feeling some kind of way, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little heavy because I did it live the night before. It's a little heavy, man. After I got off, and then the next day I was kind of just, to myself. And so um, that's the one time I don't really go live. Like when that happens, I don't like to really go live. I talk about it. I just don't even like talking to people about that. I'm really feeling. But no, it's cool. That's why I said like just chilling, taking it slow. You feel me? So yeah, but yeah, I was dealing with some stuff. You feel me? But you know, 8 years is not easy. Gets better a little bit over time, but I'm like, you still feel it. So I kept wondering what I was feeling. I was just like, bro, like I didn't want to go do nothing. I didn't want to get up and do anything. I just kind of sat around and watched TV. I gave myself a day to just chill. I'm always up doing something. I'm like, let me just chill and relax, man. Just feel what I'm feeling. So yeah, man. It's wild. But no, it's cool though. But how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Everybody doing good? Every time I get on here, I never know what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna talk about. I probably ain't gonna be on here long again tonight. I don't like doing these other nights like I used to no more. I feel like I don't want to say like the channel's coming to an end or nothing. Like it's like winding down, but it is getting to a point where it's just like we're gonna start taking longer breaks, or probably a lot less streams, or what I'm saying, like just cut them short. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do these all night like I used to. Because now we on the Discord now. I like doing that over there. I'd rather do that. That's good. That's good. Glad to see y'all doing all right. We don't know this place. Probably ain't even in San Antonio. How many times people say that they was like, "Oh, I know where you is. I'm coming there." No, you don't. You don't know what it is. But yeah, let me walk. It's still kind of light. I never walk in the light time or daytime. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just take your time, just chilling. Allow yourself to process stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody in here that's ever lost somebody, lost a loved one, a friend, or anybody you consider somebody that you care about, like, you know what it's like, man. The process. It's never easy. You know, it takes a moment to heal. Sometimes it takes forever to heal. But yeah, I usually don't like to really go live or be on the internet on that day. Like I post something about it, you know what I'm saying? But on my YouTube and stuff, I really don't post nothing on there because I don't like people on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of fanboys and a lot of weirdos, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are good. It's just I don't want people keep spamming me and tagging me on that, man. Like You know what I'm saying? You know how some people are just kind of, you know, I don't want to say people are inconsiderate, but sometimes people can be a little extra. It's like, yo, leave us alone. Like, I don't want to know what your favorite thing about it is. I don't want to know, like, yo, like, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Coming over here with, that's crazy, how'd he die, and all of that. And this is like, just the comments go off. I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Because I said, all it takes is for one person to come over and say something wrong. I'm tracking your IP address. I'm just going to tell you that now. I'm going to track your IP address and come find you. So I'd rather just not even put myself in that on that day because I'm like, I don't know what I'd be feeling on that day. So I'm not in the mood to deal with people. You know what I mean? I'm not in the mood to deal with people ever, but definitely when it comes to like serious matters like that, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? What's up? I said C Evans. I was about to say C Evans. What's up, Krista? Uh, that is your name, C Evans. So, I'm doing like I said, I'm just enjoying some of the sunlight before it goes dark. It's chilling and whatnot. You feel me? But yeah, I'm just cool. So yeah, man. A lot of times, man, you don't even talk about stuff like it. I definitely don't want to be on the internet talking about that. You know what I mean? Especially with a bunch of randoms, and then you got weirdos and people that just, they just be in her ear hustling. I don't like people ear hustling off me. So. But wow. But man. You know, sometimes you just deal with it in your own way. The best way to deal with stuff, man, is honestly not being on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like you vent your frustration, you talk about it, but when you really feel something, man, I ain't one of them YouTubers out of streamers. Every time they have a problem, they go live. They always, making videos and like, see, my best friend. Like they would get into a conflict with their best friend after like 10 years or so, and they end up not being friends no more. And the first thing they do is go live, and they tell everybody, I'm like, I don't think you need to go live and tell everybody that. You know what I mean? I said, if me and my best friend ain't friends after 10 years no more, it's like, I'm not going to the internet to talk about that right now. I'm like, I'm just like, you know what, I can't lose nigga. You know what I mean? But to go right there and tell everybody, it's just like, bro, because like, what if y'all just had a misunderstanding, man? What if y'all just kind of like fell out for a little bit? It ain't even that big, and then you get online and talk crazy about talk mess, you slandering them, and then they don't like you, they hate you, family. That's why I said I don't think people should really. I mean, it's just me. I won't do that. So when I'm feeling emotion, I'm going through something like I don't want to be on this phone, man. I don't want to be on YouTube. Like I said, I was feeling a little tense yesterday, a little heavy. I don't really want to. Definitely don't want to be on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? But my Discord is different. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really in there most of the day. But towards the end of the day, when we get on there and talk, I get on there and people give you a laugh and make your day better. So I'll do stuff like that. But as far as like social media, nah, I don't like that. Like even when I might post a picture about it, man, people are liking it and it's going off and the comments is going off. I don't pay attention to really any of that. I don't want to respond to nobody. I don't want to hurt your comment right now. Like I don't really want to talk. You know? So that's why I said, man, life just be life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always necessarily easy. Sometimes you go through it, but just know if anybody here going through that same thing, man, it's alright. It's gonna be alright. You know what I mean? You always come out on the other end. You're still living, so that's a flex. You know what I'm saying? So you got this, man. Um, you know, it shows you after 8 years, even you can still feel stuff, man. So if you still feeling some type of way about stuff that happened years ago with somebody, I said it's totally natural to feel that way. You ain't got to front lie about it. No matter how saved you is, how much you pray about it, you still a person. It's still gonna affect you. You know what I mean? So I'm sure Mary dealt with the same thing, man. After they murdered Jesus, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was tough, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure even after he ascended to heaven and came back, you know what I'm saying, and left again, I'm pretty sure everybody had clarity, but it was probably still tough. It probably still mentally scarred us, or something like that. Like you still gonna have those feelings. So that's why I said it's okay to feel, man. You're dealing with a little mentalness or whatever. Like it's all right, man. Everybody goes through that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just be honest. Just tell the truth. And admit it, man. And like I said, if you gotta go to therapy, you gotta talk to somebody. That's okay. I mean, we human beings, man. We can't do everything on our own, man. Ain't no money gonna take that pain away, bro. Ain't no woman or nothing gonna take it away. So you gotta learn how to endure and live with it, bro. You know. Drugs definitely ain't gonna take it away from. But yeah, man. Um, so yeah, again, I appreciate all y'all, man, for the ones that did check up. You know what I'm saying? The one that was kind of making sure I was alright. You know what I mean? Showing some love and some positivity. I appreciate all y'all for that, man. I don't take that lightly. 'Cause, you know, I know if it was me, I would want somebody to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all do that too, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that. You know, I always try to make sure like if somebody's going through a hard time or something's going on with them, like maybe send them a text, man. Maybe see how they doing. Something to encourage them, cheer them up. You know what I mean? You don't know what people are dealing with. So as far as like your breakup, you going through like some little crappy breakup. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going through like some real, which I mean, I care, but I don't really, like. It's not really serious. But if you're going through like some real life stuff, trauma, like okay, we got you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause definitely got you. So yeah, I don't think people understand sometimes like you don't really want to talk. You know what I mean? That's why everybody was telling me I should have like a podcast. Like I don't want a podcast, man. I don't want to talk to foods. I don't want to talk about topics all day. I don't want to be in front of the camera, man. I don't want to sit there and deal with topics, world topics, talk about people. I don't want to talk about not a food, man. I don't got time for that, bro. As I said, I got a life. You feel me? That's all people do on podcasts. Talk about like the most relevant stuff going on, like anything in the world going on. They don't even got the facts. They just heard about it like 30 minutes ago. Go talk about stuff they don't even know what they talking about. And not that they bad. It's just that ain't my thing. I don't want a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted me to document my life, man, and talk about my people. I'm like, I don't know. I want to talk about my people to you. I don't want to talk about my whole life on here like I once did. I was gonna do that, and then you attract the wrong audience. I'm like, I don't want these niggas knowing nothing. Nah, man. Like you. Yeah, doing videos showed you that, man. Like I said, you see how people are. You see how they get disrespectful. They don't care, man. You put a lot of effort and work into doing this, man. And you see the ironies of people, man, how they just are, how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? How they treat the platform and your family and your peoples over here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, nah, man. I ain't telling a bunch of niggas nothing, man. Please give me an audience overseas. I'll talk to them. I'm telling them niggas nothing over here. I still there. Can you hear me? Feeling pretty good today. I'm just on my little chill walk and rant. So I take y'all in the same like little square. I'm surprised I ain't got like my own little outline. Like everywhere I go, and I'll be walking it. Like I could probably walk this trail that I go like blindfolded. Honestly, if you put a blindfold on me, I know exactly where I am. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. You know, yeah, people just don't. People just have no idea. They don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to really talk about everything. I know people want you to, but that's just some stuff, man. That's just personal, and private. I don't reveal all the information. You know what I mean? You get tired of reliving those moments. You know what I mean? So it's tough, man. 8 years reliving it. I don't want to keep doing that. I know it's part of my life, but I don't want to keep doing that. Especially around this time when it happens. So you know, you ever notice how like people just get on your nerves because they keep bringing stuff up, or they keep like talking about irrelevant stuff? That's why I tell people, I'm like, look, don't unless I ask or let's be on topic. Don't come to me with nothing irrelevant. Because people will do that, man. They'll get on here talking about what's up, no. I said people get on here talking about random stuff. I talk about stuff that we already talked about like months or years ago. Like I don't want to talk about that. Like, that's kind of why I went so hard on my last stream because I was like, bro, like we kept doing that. We ain't even talking about what's up, you. Like we ain't doing that. People kept coming over here, man, talking about stuff that we ain't even people speaking on me and speaking on my peoples and speaking on this and this going on. I'm like, bro, we don't care. I don't know that. It's the irrelevant niggas, man. Like we don't want to talk about that. Hey, as I said on this page, we don't really do drama. So you know what I'm saying? We ain't. We ain't got no comebacks for nobody, man. I already beat everybody, dude. That's why they mad now. I already beat you and beat you up. And now you go talk on your version. Well, you were like 6 months too late. You way too late. So until you can physically do something about it, I don't want to hear nothing else come out your mouth. As far as disgusting, like people on podcasts because they want back and forth, man. They want people to entertain this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Go talk mess about this person, they go talk mess about you, and y'all go back and forth. Like I don't do this internet war stuff, man. It's a war in real life, not on the internet. So, and besides, if most people knew each other in real life, they wouldn't be doing this. So we can do this online because you don't know me. Because if I knew where you was, you wouldn't say that again. So I don't have time to be on the internet. I don't do that. People are talking mess, and I'm packing bags, traveling. that's the difference. As I said, say what you want to on me. Say it from the other side of the world. When I pack my bags and go to another country, I said, bro, believe me when I tell you, you can say that from Mississippi. Don't nobody care. Like I can stop anybody in the world to say something about me. I'm like, okay, well, you can say that, but you a jungle bunny. So like, I don't care. Look where you live at. Look what you doing with your life. Not Jack. Think Jeff Bezos cares about people getting on the internet making videos about him? That man got the most money than anybody gonna see. He not care about what you think. The video's not gonna make him lose revenue. He ain't gonna lose no money. That man makes so much money a minute. I think they say he makes like a couple of thousand every minute. Like, bro, literally. I wouldn't care none. I don't care what people talk about now. I said, so imagine if I made a couple of thousand a minute, man, you are nobody. I will buy you. Literally. I will buy you and put you on my plantation. Bring back slavery in my way. No color. It's not a colorism thing. Like I said, anybody that run name out black, white, Asian, whoever. You talk too much, I'm buying everybody. What's up, bro? Yeah, I feel like nowadays people are just too opinionated, man. It's good to have your own, stand on what you believe, even if you're dumb. But I'm like, but other than that, I'm like, people are just a little too opinionated. Like, cares. Especially when you come to me, you know how much your opinion is valued over here? None. Zip, nada. I mean, everybody can have their opinion. That's fine. But like, when you trying to push that on me, man, I don't care about anything. I don't care what none you said. As I tell everybody, mind your business. Keep it moving. Shut up. I don't care what you think. Unfortunately, you can't do that now because the rest so daggone sensitive. Crying over everything. That's why I said people be weird. Hold on. 1 second, yeah. But nah, I do. Like I said, I appreciate y'all again for understanding that. You never thought you would have to appreciate people for just being normal human beings that can understand stuff. Because you see so many idiots. Like my gosh, man, people have never been dumber as they dumb as before. Like for real, it's crazy. I'm like, bro, yeah, no wonder nobody likes you. When you don't get invited nowhere. You have any idea the amount of people that think they're gonna be cool with you like that, and then realize like we not cool like that? Which I don't mind being cool with people. It's just I think it's the audacity. Like people think they just gonna slide through. Now you got to be buddy buddy with them. If you can't be buddy buddy, now they offended. I'm like, nigga, I don't know you, and nigga, I don't want to know you. You want to know me? You want to show me you support me? Go stream my music. I got plenty of music out. Why ain't you going and doing that? Whatever city you from, I should see that city pop up a whole lot when I check my charts. I should see that being some of the main people that streaming my stuff. How you gonna let somebody over in Latvia, a country in Europe I ain't never heard of, don't even know what that is? They loving me over there way more. The Negro think they support you, they ain't supporting nothing that you doing. They just want you to preach or they want to be friends. Like, okay, be friends by supporting. You have stuff out, I would go support it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you make sure you do the same thing. You can't call somebody a supporter and you ain't supporting their stuff. You don't like none of their videos. You know what I'm saying? You ain't pushing their content. How you gonna be somebody's fan and you don't even support them like that? Like, come on, man. So yeah, I will be doing something too. I thought about with this channel. I'm gonna start doing something while I'm talking on envy. That's gonna be a real big topic, man, for the next couple of months, man. I'm trying to tell you, boy, niggas ain't never been more envious than they been now. And you see the envy and the hatred of people, man, they got in their heart, boy. They can't stand nobody get nothing. You feel me? It ain't just even about money, man. It's about anything. Status, recognition. You know what I'm saying? You got something they ain't got. You feel me? You got a better gift than I don't think people have a better gift. I don't even think it's a such thing. I just think that people don't cherish what they have. They want to be like somebody else. Like I don't think a musician is better than a cook. I don't think a cook is better than a preacher. I don't think a preacher is better than an artist. Like everybody has their own gift and does it in their way to where they are the best at it. You know what I'm saying? The same way, okay, like even with Cain and Abel, you see that was the spirit of envy, man, like wrath. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even about the vegetables, man. Old lame Cain, he couldn't even stand the fact that his offering wasn't accepted. You know what I'm saying? But he offered up some vegetables, but it wasn't even the vegetables, it was his heart, man. He got mad at Abel, man. Instead of him changing, he wouldn't kill dude. You feel me? Envy. Just cause Abel had more favor with God, man. Abel was an honest Negro, mind his business. Wasn't bothering nobody. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. It's always the ones that don't never do nothing wrong. You get hated the most, man. Dude was minding his business, man. And some envy Negro. It's not the ones, like I said, when you in the hood or you trying to go to school in the hood, it's not the ones that's the game bangers that be messing with each other. They mess with the good kids, the ones that ain't bothering nobody. They mess with the ones that's trying to go do their work. They the ones that take your lunch money or knock your books out your hand. I always trying to flex in front of their little friends, man. You know what I mean? It happened to us all the time, bro. Like I said, we was in the hood, but we wasn't affiliated with them, but we kind of had to be because we lived there. That's what brought out the fight in me, man, because I had to fight niggas going to school, just trying to do my work. You know what I'm saying? You getting messed with on the bus, man. You feel me? Niggas is knocking cereal out your hand, like just messing with you, bro. You were trying to eat your breakfast, man. Somebody come up and slap the cereal out your hand. I just like taking your stuff, man, and trying you. You know, niggas always want to size you up, and then when they get cracked, this night ain't funny. So that's why we had to fight, man, because niggas won't leave you alone. It wasn't that we wanted to smoke. Niggas kept messing with us. Bro, we had a fight taking out the trash, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? Negroes just envy you just because you ain't one of them. Like, you just minding your business. You know what I'm saying? They mad trying to start stuff. So I said, I know all about the spirit of envy, man. Niggas got that bad. That's why I don't feel sorry for a lot of them. Like, I don't care about your feelings, nigga. You just too lazy to go get some money. Too lazy to get out the freaking hood, Mississippi. That ain't our problem because you ain't got nothing. Go get something then, boy. That's why I said that envy, man. That's real, man. Now you got people on the internet talking crazy because they can't get nowhere. And they want to slap Jesus on it to make it sound like they deep and wise. But it's really because they envious. When you got the spirit of discernment, you can tell the spirit they doing it out of. And that's why I said they say key words. Niggas be telling on themselves. They too stupid to know that, but they tell on themselves when they talk. So I don't play envy. I don't play your feelings. I don't care about that. There's plenty of money in the world to go get. They talking about the industry they got. They talking about a $1 trillion industry. You know how much $1 trillion is? And niggas are still mad and hating on you because you got 50 extra bucks. Like for real, they'll kill you over $60. That's crazy. $1 trillion industry, and you want to kill somebody over like $200 on TVs. So I've been thinking about starting a series on here, man. Just debunking envy and weirdos. Because you are a weirdo if you envious of somebody, boy. I've never understood that. One thing I never understood what people are envious of is relationships. I don't understand how people don't like. Why are you mad at somebody's marriage? Why you mad at somebody's girlfriend? Like, dude, what's wrong with getting your own? I ain't never wanted a Negro girl. Like, bro, there's so many out here. Like, why do I have to sit here and try to take yours? I'm not envious, man. And even if I was, I wouldn't do that. Just take your own stuff, man. Get your own stuff. There's plenty to go around. Like, what's up, bro? There's plenty of women in the world, man. Why you want to take somebody else's woman? Why you want to take somebody else's man? What's wrong with you? There's plenty of money in the world. Why you want to take somebody else's? You know what I mean? There's plenty of opportunities. Why you mad because somebody flexing with their opportunity? Like, are you? Is it only for certain people? It ain't just for white people, man. It ain't just for educated blacks, man. Anybody get out on this, bro. Like anybody can do this. Just people are lazy. It's easier to kill than it is to try. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't let people run the excuses on me like that no more. You feel me? Like, nah, I'm like, okay, I understand there's a system in play, especially against black folk. I said, but that ain't stopping you from trying, man. You got black people trying and getting way more advanced than they ever have in their life before, man. Especially the younger generation, they the ones trying harder than anybody else. Then you got the older generation doing it too. You got an envious Negro, man, who just can't stand the fact that somebody is doing more than them. Why you gonna be envious on somebody's YouTube channel, man? It's like, bro, just that's the fun part about it. You get to build it your own way. I see dudes that got big channels, man, that do music. I do music, and I think my music is just as good as theirs. But am I mad because they get more views? No. And then when you look at their timeline and you see they got over 200 videos, they've been uploading since like 2014. Like I just now started doing it, so it's gonna take some time. It might take a little bit of time. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to go upload 200 videos, and maybe it's gonna be a couple of years or so. Like I don't know. There's nothing wrong about being. You know what I'm saying? Like. hmm. That's why I said. That's why I told you they want to see you dead or go to prison, bro. They want to see something happen to you. That's why if you ever get taken down by the feds or you get investigated, people love that because they want to believe like you ain't no way you got legal money. They can't stand the fact that somebody out flexing them. You feel me? It's the same thing with dudes being mad at the women now. They mad at the women because the women can't afford housing because women got good credit. Women always seem to keep a great job. Everybody has good connections with most women. They are not people people. They people persons. So that means that they're good with people. That's why it's more known. That's why it's known that women have some of the best connections because everybody loves a woman. Everybody loves a feminine, nurturing touch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, women they don't have a problem with studying and doing and not really much of an ego problem. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to business and it comes to life, I don't really see them have too much of an ego problem. Maybe when it comes to relationships or when it comes to admitting they wrong, now y'all women are terrible at that. I will say. When it comes to saying sorry or admitting you're wrong or you know what I'm saying? Like y'all do got an ego, but when it comes to like life and business, that's one thing I can say y'all definitely are doing a minute. You know what I'm saying? What's up? How you doing, Miss Alexander? Happy holidays to you too. Mm, right. No, that's true. And that's why I'm saying I'm like, some people are just better than you. What's up, Jade? It's good, bro. I said some people just better at that than you. But you got people envious of them now because somebody is outdoing them in every way and everything. You know what I'm saying? And instead of them just saying, "Hey, man, how can I learn from you? What can I do to be on the same level?" You know what I'm saying? People too proud for to take information from women. Like they better than them. I said, I don't care if it's a man millionaire or a woman millionaire. If they both gonna teach me how to make $1 million, I could care less who teaches me first. Like it ain't like I had a specific like, no, I gotta learn from the man exactly. No, I don't. It's the same $1 million money. What does it matter? I said people got just egos, you know what I'm saying? Ego problems. And that's really what it is. People's ego, man, is keeping them broke. It's keeping them single, you know what I'm saying? It's keeping them from learning. You know what I'm saying? They can't take no advice from no woman. And now another man trying to tell them they can't take no other man talking to them that way. So like they just can't learn from nobody, you know what I mean? Real talk, man. That's why I said we on point. That's why I said I told you we talking about envy. I'm about to start talking about a lot of that on my channel. We leave the YouTube shorts. Not really on live streams. YouTube shorts will hit more people. And so I'm just like, because again, like we got that bad knock in our community with our people. Every ethnicity got it with each other, but we know niggas when we see them. We got that bad. I mean, we can't have a bag of pretzels, man, without a Negro, man, because we got a bag of roll gold, bro. It's like, bro, go get your own bag of roll gold. You feel me? Why you got a bag and I don't like, bro? Just go get your own bag. What's wrong with that? You know how much I don't like sharing stuff? I'm so independent when it comes to get my own stuff. I will give you your own thing before I share mine with you. If I gotta share a slice of pizza with you, you could have the whole pizza. I don't even want it. Cause I'm like, ain't nothing like I just don't like feeling like that. We gotta be envy or greedy. You feel me? It's like bro, we can all get our own. That's enough pizza to go around. You know what I mean? Like niggas act like dogs eating out a bowl. You ever seen like dogs trying to eat out the same bowl and one dog is mad trying to bark, get everybody away from the bowl so you can have it all? Like that's what niggas like. They can't let nobody have nothing. Those are the only times they want to be like, well, see, we shouldn't care. But I'm like, no, you just mad because you can't get nothing, bro. It be the same type of dudes, man. They want to talk because we seen the women do it. They got mad at the women for doing it. Talking about, well, see, a guy shouldn't care if a woman had kids, shouldn't care if a woman's overweight. They should love them anyways. And then dudes want to sit there and be self righteous. I said, well, y'all trying to do the same thing. They don't want to be like, well, it don't matter about he ain't got to have a 6-figure business and he ain't got to be the most fit and he ain't got to have muscles. I'm like, well, why can you put a standard on a woman, but you don't want a standard being put on you? You know what I'm saying? Like, we not doing this, well, we nice guys. Like, just because you nice don't mean people got to like you. People can still say no. And guess who they be envious of? The dudes that get the girls. The girls that like these guys over here, now they mad at the dudes and the girls. Swear. Oh yeah, family the biggest one. That's why I told you. I said, boy, look, we know about family. When you got your family praying on your downfall, bro, we've had our family do that, so we know. Ain't nobody gonna trick me with these games. That's why I said, like, bro, when your own family do it, ain't nothing nigga you don't know one do. We know this stuff. Told you, man. They want us to fail so bad. And look at their kids, all miserable, failing too. But look at us. We seem to stay on top. Why is that? Because you keep wishing stuff on us, man. That's why I said that envy, man. They couldn't stand. That's why they couldn't stand mom and daddy being married, man. They was the first ones in their family line to get married. So of course they hate you when you doing it right, doing the God's way. And then mom and daddy, I just got saved. They just became Christian, real Christians. So of course they was like, we ain't doing that stuff no more. Like we ain't sitting around the campfire or the barbecue gossiping and smoking and drinking and doing all that nonsense. You feel me? And they got offended. I told you it happened. I think it started with me. They already kind of had a problem with them, but I said, but it was when I was a kid. And I went around my aunties and them, and they was cussing over her, and I said a cuss word. I didn't even know. Again, I was a kid. I was like 4 or 5 or so. I was young. I didn't know what that stuff was. And so they gonna call mom. You know how niggas are. I thought y'all said y'all don't cuss. I'm one of them all self-righteous type niggas. I know that same nigga in the family, that nigga woman. Yeah, that her auntie calling mom and them talking about. I thought you said y'all don't cuss. And mama said she was like, we don't. She said, well, why your son over here cussing? And she was like, well, he didn't learn it from us. And so Stisha was old enough to remember. So they asked Stisha, they said, Stisha, was they over cussing? She said, yeah, they did tell them to say that. They set me up to say a cuss word so they can be mad at mom and daddy. You see the honorary of a Negro? You see what I'm saying? Don't think your family, it's your family. Don't think they won't do that stuff. What's up, bro? It's Daffy Steve. Hey, man, I like a little video you did earlier. That was cool. But yeah, your family set you up. That's what they did. They set me up to cuss so they can be mad at mom and daddy. That's what they were. They want to fall out already. So guess what mom and pop said? They was like, you know what? How about this? How about we don't let them be around them no more? And that's when we stopped spending the night. That's when we stopped letting them come over our house, stop going over their house. They can't watch us over on the weekends. Like, no, we done. Oh, they got even more offended because they're like, how y'all dare y'all think that y'all just gonna be better than us? I'm like, nigga, you just set us up to cuss. You just set somebody's kid up to cuss so you can be mad at them. Do you know the honoriness you have to be as a grown adult? You that mad at some grown adults that you got to get their kids against them? That is wicked. That is really wicked. And it started with me. They did that to me to make them mad at mom and daddy. I'm starting to hope I'm not the problem child. I don't want to be the reason for the family feud. No Steve Harvey. Like, bro, I just want to be Steve. And they was hoping we failed, man. Talking about y'all kids gonna run away from y'all and they gonna grow up hating y'all. I'm like, I grew up loving my parents. What you talking about? You know the ones I don't like? You niggas. The ones I don't hate nobody, but if I was gonna hate somebody, I would hate y'all. My parents always wanted us to succeed. Y'all praying on us to fail. You think I'm gonna like you? Where we gonna run at if we do run away to? Y'all? You live in the West End of Louisville, the worst spot in the city. Why in the world am I gonna come here with a bunch of crazy niggas like you? Y'all rob everybody. You gonna rob us? Like good. Gonna run over to your house. You can't even take care of yourself and your kid. You can really keep a roof over your head. Why are we gonna run to y'all? That's what they want. They want us to run to them. That's why they was like, see, y'all kids gonna find out about y'all past. They was like, they already know. We was young, already knew what mom and daddy did. Because we ain't stupid. They told us that already. They ain't the type of parents that lie to you talking about Santa Claus is real for 12 years and then you find out it was your parents doing it. Like, mom and daddy never lied to you about nothing. They didn't sugarcoat nothing. He said, boy, no Santa Claus real, man. He said, why I got you these gifts? He said, man, ain't no white man ever came in the hood after 9 o'clock. He said, I'm gonna lie to my kids, work hard all this year for this money to buy some gifts and tell them that some old white man done came down the chimney. He said, man, devil is a lie. He said, why I bought these gifts? He said, I am the Santa Claus. And because they always kept it real with us, that's why we respected it. Even when we didn't see eye to eye, I never ran over to mama's people's house because I know mama's people. Like, bro, them niggas is crazy. I was like, bro, I see why we don't come over here on the holidays, man. Y'all full of envy. Just mad over everything. They kids out there getting pregnant, and we out here just trying to live and do life. You feel me? But they hoping that we fail. They so worried about us. Look at their kids though, running the streets, getting knocked up, getting locked up, and knocked up at the same time. Envy. And then they wonder why they don't get an invite to the wedding. when we get married, they don't get invites, and why my sister got married overseas in Costa Rica. Because we know you niggas ain't gonna get on the plane and come over and mess stuff up. Exactly the reason why you get married overseas. That's why I said when I get married, I don't want no big wedding. I want me a nice size, son, friends and family, real friends and family. Be doggone a Negro coming to my wedding and mess it up. I got some big old security guards outside, man. Jump them. Take them outside and teach them a lesson. I'm gonna get a couple of licks in and come back in and record my vows. You looking, I'm gonna have some big old brothers stand there. If anybody objects, say ah. Like they gonna be looking at you crazy. Anybody stand up and say ah, we breaking all your fingers. I promise you. Like break his fingers. No way. He's with his girl. Like break hers too. Break them both. Said, let your love be unbreakable, unlike their fingers. You hear me? I solemnly swear. You hear them in the background getting their fingers right. I solemnly swear to never leave you. So help me God if I'm lying. Let me be like them. Keep playing that, man. Yeah, that's why you don't wish stuff for people, because maybe you might get your fingers broke. But yeah, that's why I said that's what envy gets you, man. Like to see. But I'm telling you, I said, bro, that stuff be real. I know I'll be a goof off, but no, for that stuff be real. That envy's deep, man, because people can't just stand you having nothing. They can't stand people doing better than them. So that's why I hit that issue so hard on the nail, man. Because again, man, when you grow up around Negroes, we have to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that people's like, well, see, when you run the streets, or if you do right. I'm like, bro, you do right and you get hated on even more. Bro, we always did right and people still was mad at us. They were always mad at us, dude. I went to school trying to do the right thing, bro. I was in 6th grade trying to be saved, dog. You understand how hard that was going to a hood school with a bunch of Negroes trying to live right? That's why I said it wasn't that I wanted to do wrong. It was just my environment I was in, man. When you're around a bunch of Negroes, that's what happens. I don't know if y'all know who Canton Jones is, man. At the time, it was an R&B singer, a Christian R&B singer called Canton Jones, bro. I was trying to live right, trying to be saved. I was listening to Daddy's preachings, bro. I was young. I was like 12, 13, dude. I was about like 11 or 12. I was literally trying to go to school and do the right thing. Because Daddy kept preaching the word, and I was listening to the word. I used to have to do a lot of the videography and the audio, so I would be listening to the word. Yeah, like, and we used to play a lot of Canton Jones. So while everybody was playing Chris Brown, because Chris Brown was big at the time, I was playing Canton Jones. And so I'm trying to, sing my songs, man, trying to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to cuss. I ain't trying to like fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? I really was just trying to mind my business. But I got tested, bro. I'll never forget, bro. It was 2 Negroes, man, Camry and Rob. That was their name. And I guess they was some blood affiliated Pyrus or whatever. They was, they used to, I mean, we would be cool, but like sometimes people would mess with you. And so I told them, they kept singing them songs around me, man. I said, look, man, hey, man, I'm trying to stay safe, bro. I said, look, I'm trying to mind my business, man. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to work. And they just kept bothering me, man. I'm like, bro, and I knew it was the devil. I was like, bro, the devil really trying to mess with you. That was one of my first encounters when I realized like the devil really trying to mess with you, dude. I was trying to stay safe and everything. And I said, hey, man, I'm just minding my business. I said, hey, bro, stop singing that around me. I said, bro. And the more I kept telling them, leave me alone, they kept bothering you. They kept singing the songs even louder, bro. Kept rapping and everything. And I was like, bro, and I just started singing my song, Ken Jones. They said, man, who Ken Jones, man? That's weak. You know what I'm saying? They just already, did you see how Negroes mess with you? Just already putting you down, bothering you and stuff. And I said, you sitting here just trying to mind your business, bro. And I remember that, bro, like because of the environment I was in, and because I got so discouraged by the Negroes I was around, I started doing the same thing as them. I stopped singing Ken Jones and started singing D4L. I remember that at the time. It was when D4L, the Laffy Taffy stuff was out. And the Bet You Can't Do It like Me and Lean With It, Rock With It. I said, we was doing all of that because of my environment that I was in. Guess what I started doing? I started cussing just like them. I started fighting just like them. I started trying to be blood affiliated just like them because of my environment, man, because niggas can't leave you alone, bro. And it wasn't even that I even wanted to do this. Just Negroes wouldn't leave you alone, so you had to defend yourself, man. You had to, like, fight for yourself. You be at school, man, in your business, man, somebody won't start with you just for no reason. They just trying to see who they can mess with. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the reasons I got in trouble so much, man. Like I said, they didn't want us going to school fighting unless we had to. But that's why we fought, because we had to, man. And you was the one that always got singled out. Like, I would still get written up. I was still getting ass up, like, after school detention. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bro, I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to defend myself. So I said Negroes was envy, man, just because you trying to do the right thing, man. They was mad at you because you had good grades. I remember that dude. People had like that was a dude in class, man. He was kind of hood, but he was smart. He had good grades. He had like all A's and B's. And the niggas looked at him. There was one nigga in the class. He said, man, he a nerd. I said, because he get A's and B's. And guess what he got in his report card? D's and F's. I said, well, I know where you're going to be at in 10 years. I know exactly where you're going to be at. How you going to be mad at dude because he get A's and B's? Because you from the hood, you got to be stupid? Like, bro, dude was smart. There was a lot of kids in there from the hood, but they was smart. And dude looked at them like they was nerds. I'm like, and guess where they going to be at in life? Guess where you going to be at? I remember telling them, I said, brother, you know they're going to shut the hood down one day. Nah, man, nah, they ain't closing down Shepherd Square. It's like, nah, they ain't closing down Shepherd Square. We already knew they was going to do it because that's what white people do. When they don't like you Negroes no more, they throw you out of them communities and go put y'all somewhere else and go build a snack room or a coffee shop or a soccer field where you Negroes used to be at. And I said, you know that's what they're going to do. They said, no, they ain't going to never shut down the hood, cuz. No, they ain't never going to close down Shepherd Square. Guess what they did like a couple years later? Close down Shepherd Square. That's the place I'm from, Shepherd Square. I said, guess what? They closed them down. Now look at you. Now y'all goes to the West Ends, and that's why the West Ends is so worse. Because all you Negroes done went down there with them Negroes y'all don't like. Now you got to claim another part of the city that you don't own, and you won't stay there for long. Because then again, the West End used to be all white people. They put you Negroes down there, and now the white people want their land back. So now they gonna throw you Negroes out of there and put y'all somewhere on some small island. Y'all ain't gonna have nowhere to go in the city, bro, in a minute. But y'all talking about people trying to live right, trying to do the right thing, trying to get out the hood, and trying to have straight A's, and we nerds. We white because we proper, man, please. If that's the case, I would definitely be white. If it means not being around you niggas, yeah, I would definitely be white. I don't care what you say no more. But don't let nobody put you down because you're doing stuff right, doing proper stuff. Why is it we only white because we want to talk right? Because we got knowledge, man. Like, knowledge is only meant for white people, man. What does that mean? So you already telling on niggas. You already saying niggas are stupid. That's what they pretty much saying. If you black, you dumb. That's what they saying. They don't even know the insult that they giving themselves. That's how stupid you are. That's why I know why white people laugh at you. I know why white people taunt you because they like, bro, these Negroes telling themselves. Look at that. They think that they already telling themselves that they dumb. They don't even gotta do nothing no more. That's why I said I ain't seen a white person touch nothing or do nothing yet. They know that whatever they did, whatever they may have did back in the day is still working because Negroes think that you got to be dumb to be black. That is so dumb. I beg to differ. Right. That's why I said I'm like I ain't have to go to school growing up fighting white people. I had to go to school growing up fighting you niggas. Y'all be the one that's envy. That's why I said the whole 2020 march, the whole Black Lives Matter. They know not, bro. I didn't. Not one Ku Klux Klan member came out there. They know they didn't have to because they knew what was gonna happen. They know we can't do nothing for a long time without there being inner strife and envy. You know what the envy was, bro? You know the funny thing about the marches we was doing? The envy was who was gonna lead the march. And Negroes over fighting, who's the leader? Who's supposed to be the head of it? Like, bro, just march. One dude fighting the rest of them like, nah, man, this is my thing. Nah, man, they over fighting on who's the leader. Like, this ain't the time to be fighting, dog. People out there literally trying to fist fight. I mean, bro, there's so much chaos going on. And, bro, we got the FBI on top of the roof. The National Guard, all of them security dudes is on top of the roof watching us with binoculars. You should have seen it. I got some pictures of it. They sit, the feds is on the roof watching us, dude. And I know they over there looking like, look at these niggas. Look at these niggas. They sit here talking about us, but they can't even stand in unity. They out there trying to fist fight. Standing. Hey, what is them? Envious. Who cares who lead the march, man? Just lead it. Just let's. Hey, y'all, we leaving now. Let's go. What's wrong with that? A nigga always want to be seen, bro. I show you right there. Always want to be seen. There's a reason there's a pastor over a church, man. You got to have order. There's people that's ordained. After the pastor, there's a minister or whoever is next. We don't need a local saint sitting in the pews to talk, man. Nobody want to hear you, fool. Why you want to be the face of everything, man? You a nobody. I say you got people on the internet trying to mimic what they seen Darby do. Why in the world you want to hear the word of God from you, idiot? We already seen Darby do it. He already did a way better job you can. I'm not saying people can't preach it, but you doing it because you want to be seen. Why do we want to hear what you gonna take from him? You plagiarizing the word, dog. You took what he said and tried to make like you said it. Why we want to hear you? Can't let nobody have nothing. Extreme clout chases, man. Crotch watching, pocket watching Negroes. That's exactly who it is. And them white people watching your crotch is them type. Them is the ones that is. Damn, we want to do better. We either trying to be white or it ain't godly to be on the come up. You can't have nothing. Carrying out of these material things in this world. Stupid. Dumb. That's why so we be talking about abundance and overflow. Negroes look at you like you stupid, like, nah, you can't have it. I said, bro, did they not have 7 years? Remember when Joseph was Pharaoh? Didn't they not say you got 7 years of abundance and 7 years of famine? What did they do in the 7 years of abundance? They had abundance. And what did they do in the 7 years of famine? They still had some of the abundance they had from the 7 years before. Are you telling me they only got by with a little bit of grain? They tried to have and save as much grain as they needed because they needed it for the famine, you idiot. They knew a famine was coming, so what did they do? They stocked up on everything so they could have more than enough. If we know a famine is coming tomorrow and we got the opportunity to go to the store and buy all the rice and beans you can see, would we not do that? Why are we only gonna get a day's wages of rice? Idiot. You know, this is gonna be the last food you're gonna see in the next 10 years. If we all going underground, a nuclear invasion happen or alien invasion happen, we gotta go somewhere and hide. Why are we gonna only take a week worth of food, dude? If we couldn't get all the food that we can get, are we not going to take it? I mean, see how stupid people are. They can't get nothing, so they don't want nobody else to have nothing. It's not about no money. It's not that money's evil of man. Man, like I said, they just mad because they can't get the same thing everybody else get. People wake up and write their own checks now. Like they don't need to go to a 9 to 5. They don't need to work for the corporation for 30 years like you are. You know what I'm saying? And again, these people that do that, they're not shading nobody. They're not mad at nobody or putting it or rubbing it in people's face. You got people that just get on the internet and show people, hey, look, I bought a convertible. Hey, look, I did this. Like, I want to show you how this car ride. And somebody in the comments, nah, see, because don't just you setting the wrong example. Like it's all about that. It's like, why are you mad because they can show that off? If you have one, wouldn't you do the same thing? Told you, man, that spirit of envy is big, bro. That's why I said we got to touch on that. Sometimes white people do it too. They do it to each other. That's why I said every ethnicity does it to each other. I've even heard Mexicans say it. They said, bro, a Mexican worst enemy is another Mexican. A black worst enemy is another black. It's the same crab in the bucket mentality. Coming to San Antonio, they real big on that. They told me, they said, Mexicans here don't want to see other Mexicans make it. And I told them, I said, well, bro, where I'm from, blacks don't want to see blacks make it either. It's the same thing everywhere else you go, bro. Even white people, bro, white people are doing this now. They mad because your line look better than theirs. Like, bro, it's envy. They competing over who got the prettiest line. If your grass is like 2 centimeters off, they mad and won't call neighborhood watch on you. Like, bro, they can't let you have nothing. Remember Dinkelberg and Timmy's daddy? Dinkelberg. He's mad every time Dinkelberg gets something. Like, bro, it's literally envy. You can't let nobody have nothing. But the Dinkelbergs got this, Dinkelberg got that. It's like, bro, like, can't nobody have nothing. It's just sad. Even they doing it. Except they did it on greater levels. Like I said, they was doing this over land. Like, oh, yo, I conquered these people over here. Well, I want to conquer some people too. They go and conquer somebody else. Like, white people do it in extreme measures. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I said, but it's true, man. You see how people is they can't let you have nothing. Can't let you be on top. Can't let you win. And it's a sad fact that if you end up getting some money or you about to do something big in life, you don't tell people you close to. I don't tell not a soul. If I get $1 million tomorrow, you think I'm gonna brag that on the internet? I'll go to Monte Carlo first, and then when I'm in Monte Carlo, I would tell you because I'm like, I know if I go around Negroes, they're gonna kill you and rob you and take your stuff. You don't show people what you got in your house. People mad because you got studio equipment. They can't afford studio equipment. Or yours might be better than theirs. Or they might just be like, you know what? He's a walking lick. And just decide to rob you. Can't let nobody have nothing. They know people over here are making an honest living, man. Just trying to pay their bills and have their own business. And they walking in there taking all their stuff. They out there messing with the street vendors, man. Messing with the elote man. What did the elote man do to you? I saw that, man. Some little stupid Hoover Negroes, man, went over and messed with they messed with one of them elote dudes over there. Just they was young and dumb. And the whole Hoover car was like, all the Mexicans, all the essays was like, hey, bro, that ain't right. Why y'all messing with why y'all messing with dude? He ain't do nothing wrong. You know what? They got a DP. They gang took him out there and gave him a DP for that. Beat them up. Cause that's what you get. It's like, bro, why you messing with the local elote man? He ain't did nothing to nobody. That man out there just selling elotes, man. He's selling frescas. What you messing with him for? Notice how they don't want to run up on the Crips. They got a lot of rivals over there. They got a lot of blood Crips. They not walking up on them doing that to them. You gonna mess with the elote man, an innocent, peaceful standby. Like, what did he do to deserve that? Your rival drug competition over there got all the money and they got the guns to go with it. Why don't you go over and mess with them? Because they know what's gonna happen. They know the elote man ain't got no weapon. They ain't gonna do nothing back. That's the ultimate punk move. You see how niggas like envy can't even let you go out there and make your own money. Show is coward. That's why I said like, it'd be fun if they put them over with the Mexicans. Yeah, the Mexicans would do something to them. Serenos, they'd do something to you for that. And so the whole Hoover car was like, hey man, we ain't with that. It was like, hey, we don't count for these foods. Cause don't nobody, cause like I said, it ain't that they scared. It was just like, don't nobody want no smoke. Like, bro, but that's wrong. We ain't gonna start a war because y'all mess with the elote man. So they took him outside and DP'd them, beat them up for that. And rightfully so. And I said, that's what you get. Niggas choosing soft targets, man. Can't let nobody have nothing, man. They see your business doing good. Now they want to come and extort you. Like, you see what I'm saying? Can't let nobody have enough bombs, man. Bombs. Now you got to pay a tax. You got to pay a protection tax so they won't do something to you. One person make it out the hood, now he got to put all his niggas on, the whole squad, the whole block. Now he got to fix up the block and renovate the gas station and the laundromat. And when they don't do that, now see, man, you ain't giving back to the hood. It's like, bro, he done gave y'all thousands of bucks. Like, how much was one man supposed to do? His whole rap check got to go to y'all now. I think not. I seen that, man, especially when the whole like drill scene happened, man, they was mad because Keith didn't get them out of jail. Like, bro, I'm not gonna keep paying my money to get you out of jail. Y'all keep doing stupid stuff. They willingly doing dumb stuff because they know they're gonna get bailed out. I don't got 10 grand to give you. Well, I got to pay my 10 grand to bail you out. I can use this 10 grand to go, like he said, he went and bought an ATV. I can use that to buy an ATV. I don't got time to bail you out of jail. And then they got mad at the homie because he didn't do it. Talking about you can't come back here. And that's the reason why he moved out of Chicago. He don't want to come back here. Like, you defeating the very purpose. It's like, bro, y'all bums. That's why I said 10 years later, they still doing the same thing. Herbo from here, Herbo ain't fixed up none of his community. Why is it his job? Is there not like a couple of hundred people that live there? Can they not do it too? They got money. Everybody put your money together. It don't cost a lot of money to go paint a building, dude. Pick up the trash is free. Why can't you do that? You need Herbo to go pick the trash up with you? Bums. That's why I said these are grown bums, dude. I said, how do women ever date these type of dudes? You walking around asking a grown man for a handout. That is the gayest, bummiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't even like asking nobody for a couple of bucks, man. Like, I'll be like, oh, man, I need a couple of bucks real quick. I get paid on Friday or something. I'm like, bro, that feels like kind of low. I come up with the money somehow. Like, bro, I got a whole change, y'all. You feel me? I said, but these niggas walking around like you got to put them on your rap check. Like, all the money you making and the money they, especially when they go mainstream, they probably don't really get that much money because, again, they don't sign a contract. So most of the stuff they make probably go to the record label. You think I'm going to give what little I get to you? When you was an independent artist, you was making all that money. You signed a contract and you realize your money probably ain't that big as you thought it was no more. I would stop paying for y'all bill too. Like, bro, I got to make sure I pay bill, take care of my kids. I got to pay for mama too. Like, I'm not paying for you niggas. Y'all not my blood family. People just always looking for a handout, man. Can't let you have nothing. And then, bro, and that's the thing that pissed me off because it's like, bro, you do all of that for people. The minute you say no, the one time you say no, you can't get a check. Now they want to go slander you. You ain't never did nothing for. What's up, Sabrina? How you doing? It's good to see you. My Chicago homie up there. We speaking of Chicago right now. Talking about, Lil Herb, or formerly known as G Horo. Fredo Santana, Chief. But nah, man. That's why I told you that YouTuber was like, why would his friends lie on him? I said, because, bro, when you start writing people money, they going to say whatever. What's up, LB? How you doing? Hope you doing better. You feeling okay? But yeah, man, that spirit of envy is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just in Chicago. That's everywhere, man. Everybody got that. You know what I mean? They got it over in London, too. They can't stand when one of them British people make it out. They want to kill you, too. Like, people just can't stand nobody having nothing no more. And then you can't go to the internet and show people what you got, what you worked hard to get. Do you know now it's considered bragging and being arrogant when you talk about the accomplishments that you've done online? Do you know that's what that's considered now? I told people I got 100,000 views on the video, and people said I was arrogant. They said, "You seem like you're arrogant. Why is it not an accomplishment to celebrate? Do you know how hard it is to get 100,000 views on stuff nowadays, especially with the algorithm changing? It's hard for anybody to get views right now. Even the big time people, it's hard for them to get views. So imagine when you make an accomplishment that most people are trying to make, that does feel good. And I didn't just do it once, I did it twice. On this channel and another channel I got, I did more over there on that channel than I did this channel. That was a big accomplishment. I felt good because I was like, bro, I never seen my numbers like that. I got 1.3 million plays on my Spotify. Like, bro, that feels good. That's stuff that people can't really have. And people get mad because you talk about the goodness of what you got. Like the goodness of God be on your life, and they mad at that. It's crazy. Yeah, you welcome. No worries. Yeah, they don't want nobody comments, nothing, man. I'm like, bro, like, cause they can't do it. People was like, it's not about the views, though. I'm like, I can't be happy because I'm doing stuff to reach people. It shows you that it's not even that the fact that I'm better. It's just I'm just reaching people. People are interested in what you're talking about. The video I did with Daddy was more interesting than the other one I did that got way more views than that one. But it's the fact that people still found it interesting. That's why they tuned it in. I got 154,000 views on that one. The other one got 230 something thousand views on it. That's almost double. And it feels good to say that because again, it didn't take me 10 years. Some people it does take them a long time. It didn't take me 10 years. It only took me like barely even 2 years of doing YouTube. And they both pretty much went viral at the same time. And I didn't pay for streams. I didn't pay for advertisement, none of it. It just happened. And people got mad because you said that. I know who got mad. It wasn't white people. It was niggas. Envious because they can't get their channels up off the ground. All the weirdos, the little Negroes that don't like you, they talking about, see, he talk about people that got no views. I'm like, I'm talking about people like you that come over and mess with us. Y'all trying to tell somebody how to run their channel and they should be preaching. I'm like, well, bro, should you have a massive platform if you're going to tell somebody how to run their stuff? You can't tell somebody how to run a successful business and your business sucks. You got an F on your business, but everybody else got like a B and an A. Like, why are we going to listen to you? That's why I was saying, I wasn't talking about random people. I was talking about people like him. That's why he got offended. He went over and talking because he can't get views. You see how people are? Like when they envious, and that's why they go talk on your internet because it's not because they care, they love you and care about your soul, or they just want to correct you. Like, no, they envious because they can't have what you have. You understand? People really be envious of my name, the last name Darby. People are envious over that name. I don't know what you see so great about that. I don't think that's great at all. But for some reason people do. Like I don't use that to reflect. If it was true, I'll be getting a free Grand Slam at Denny's every day. I would be getting free gas, skipping the lines over everybody. Boy, please, I would have your motorcycle. I would have everything I want if that was really true. It don't work like that. I will get out of paying taxes, man. It don't work like that. Social Security is still taking out my check every time I get my check. So it don't work just because my name, dude. Ain't no flex with that, you idiot. That's why I'm gonna try to tell people, like, boy, please, you don't even want this name. You have half the stuff that came with it, you wouldn't want it. I'm not flexing on people with this, but because it makes them mad, I'm gonna flex on it now. Just because they mad about it. I'm like, I don't even know what you want it for, but I'm like, okay, well, since I got it, you can't have. I'm flex on it now because it just makes you mad. Since you won't shut up. Yeah, they're a bunch of religious haters, and that's why I said it's all cool. It's all cool. Which is why they in the state of mind and the state literally where they are, like Mississippi. You Mississippi mentally and Mississippi literally. I know now why you speak. I ain't got nobody from Manhattan talking like this. Wonder why it's only you Mississippi niggas doing it. Yeah, I wonder why. Miserable Mississippi. That's why they want to say, well, see, it's not about that. It's not about muscles. It's not about. Nobody ever said it was. I'm like, you know why you said it? Because you deflecting, because you envious. I don't have Negroes, not women. Negroes come over talking about my muscles. Like, bro, that is really gay. And I notice they all keep doing the same thing. And I'm like, I know why. Because it's the spirit of envy. You mad because you don't look like this. You can't be fit. You can't beat me literally. You know you can't whoop me. And you can't beat me spiritually because I'm not stupid. So that's why they won't say, well, see, it's not about that stuff. Nobody ever said it was. It's not like I had a specific video where I said that. I never said that. The fact a weirdo get online talking like that, it's like, I never said that. That just shows you put words in my mouth. You saying stuff that I never said. See? That's how you know you're envious when you say stuff that you know they didn't even say. You got to lie on somebody or you got to stretch the story. That's how you know you're envious. Oh, I'll tell you another envious way. When people say, well, I'm not trying to say it like that, they trying to say it like that. That's exactly like a white person saying, like, I'm not trying to sound racist. They're going to say the most racist thing. Know the gang, dude. You know how many people I had in my comments? I'm not trying to say like, hey, well then nigga, why you say anything at all? Because you know how you trying to say it. Don't try to come with this old passive aggressive. You know why you said that. I never told somebody, well, I'm not trying to sound like that. It's like, well, then why would you even say it at all? You know how that sounds, right? I'm not trying to sound heartless, but you're saying stuff that sound heartless. Like, bro, why would you? Because you know how it sounds. No, no, like that. Y'all regular people. Bro, I told him we regular people. I don't care how spiritual and deep I am, boy. If you take a razor blade and cut me, I'm gonna bleed just like you. You know, I got to pay taxes like you, man. We are not British royalty, man. We are us. Ain't nothing to envy about us, man. You know what I'm saying? People envy us because we just good black people. Just mind we ain't Negroes. Like we good black people. Just mind our business. They can't stand the fact that you had a father. Like for real. I had a friend like that in church. That's the same one that Daddy pressed. Because he wanted to talk crazy. He wanted to go. Like I said, he left for a little bit, went back to his hometown, that got blood affiliated, came back trying to be tough. And he was mad because me and Joe just had a good father. We were still young. He was mad because our father was in our life and his daddy was in jail, always getting locked up and out and locked up. And he was jealous of us. I'm like, bro, what does that even be jealous over? Daddy treated him like a son too. It wasn't like daddy neglected the dude. Daddy loved the guy. Every time he came back, he was like, "What's up, bro? How you doing, man? You all right?" And dude got mad just because we had something that he couldn't get or he didn't have. And that's when he started talking nonsense. He's like, "Man, your daddy ain't no man of God, bro. Your daddy ain't real." Until he got pressed by a real street dude, aka Pops. Yeah, he shut up. Even though he was taller, he got pressed. After Sunday service, Daddy got right off that stage, went up to him like, "Boy, you got something to say to me?" No, I never said that. Yeah, look at you scared. Look at you scared. And after all of that, guess what Daddy did? After he pressed him, he showed him love. But he started crying. He went home and came back again. Daddy, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? And after Wednesday service, he prayed for dude and was like, he said, "Father, let him know he's loved." He said, "Let him know he got a family here." Gave him a hug. Buddy was crying. He's supposed to be gangster. He's crying. He got shown love from a real man. Even though he was envious for a minute, like I said, he stopped being envious after he saw that. So we've dealt with envy, man. We've dealt with this before. That's why I said we not dumb, man. We know the game. That's why I tell you, don't ever let nobody come passive aggressive. Don't ever let nobody tell you, well, see, you just need to calm down. Like, no, the people that tell you need to calm down is the ones trying to start stuff. The ones that tell y'all, that's why I'm gonna do a series on it. The ones that tell y'all, I'm not trying to sound like it. It's in no way meant to bash you, but they're saying stuff that sound like it. They know how they doing it. That's like calling somebody a bitch and saying, well, I'm not trying to say it like that. Well, why was you saying it at all? Makes literally no sense. Now, some word on his old little lapdog came over here, was mad about something. He said, well, I'm not. He said, you're offended. That's what you're talking about, dude. I said, you mean the dude that came over here talking about me first? That talked about me because he's offended because he's a weirdo? And because I defend my reputation, now I'm offended? He said, well, I'm not trying to say it like that. I'm like, no, nigga, you know how you said it. That's why you came over and said it. That's all I'm going to say. You didn't have to say anything. I didn't ask you to say anything, idiot. That's why you came over talking, because you weird. You know how you say it. That's why I said, beware of the passive aggressive idiot. We got a lot of those in our community, especially. You know, we thought just white people did this stuff. No, no, no. Niggas do this stuff too. Passively aggressive. Like they doing you a favor, and I'm just trying to tell you. I don't need you to tell me nothing. I didn't ask you. That's why I said I'm gonna expose all of them the games since they won't talk. That's why I said everybody won't talk until you talk. Understand passive aggressive. They don't care about you. They're not looking out for your best interest. Because when you reject the information, well, I'm just trying to help you. I don't need you to help me. That's all I'm gonna say. How about say nothing next time? How about say nothing? See how weird you are, right? That's why I say it's envy, spirit of envy. It just masquerades itself as passive aggressiveness. I'm trying to be holier, deeper than thou. It's like, bro, don't be fooled. It's the same thing, just goes under another name. Come on, man. Ain't no new tricks under the sun, bro. It's the same stuff. That's why I said deal with envy when you see it. If you're around envious people, get away from them. If you're around dudes that can't get girls, get away from them because he gonna get your girl. Or he gonna try to. You're around people that can't have a nice spouse or a nice marriage, probably get away from them. They don't be wanting what you got. So you think you're gonna surround yourself with a bunch of negative people and you doing good in your life? Do you know who Negroes are mad at more than other Negroes? People that's better than them. I've always seen it, bro. You know who always gets messed with the most? The people that don't do nothing. Ever since I went to school, I remember that too. School till now, I remember that. It's always the nice girl that never did nothing. A real nice, quiet, nice girl that ain't never messed with nobody. She ain't. She's like to herself, and the girls hated her for it. They was like, she just thinks she's all that. I'm like, because she's quiet, she thinks she's better than everybody. Because she had a good grade every day. She always stayed on green. That's when you had to like flip your cars or whatever. Like, she always stays on green. She thinks she's better than everybody. I'm like, obviously she's on green. Yeah, she probably is. She goes, she minds her book, she minds her business. She reads books. Like she ain't doing nobody. She ain't doing nothing wrong. Like, what you mad at? And I said, you know why? Because you can't stay right. It was always the girls that got in trouble. Why you mad because somebody's good every day? Why can't you just be good? What's wrong with that? It's the same when they mad at some girl, man. It's always the girl that's the bookworm, the nerd, that don't mind the mind of business. They ain't messing with nobody. And they mad because the dude that they like is more into that type of girl. I said, do you know why he's into her? Because she's quiet. She minds her business. Why you gonna be envious of that? Just be like her. Do what she's doing. What's wrong with taking a page out of somebody's book? I don't understand. Like, bro, just take a page out of what they're doing. If it works for them, wouldn't you want it to work for you? Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, everybody get messed with for that, bro. Just because you like cool, you just mind your business. But you always get a better selection. You always get more favor in your life because again, you're playing it the way it's supposed to go. I had to tell one girl that because she thought the same thing. She's a girl to mind her business. She don't ever mess with nobody, and she will always compare herself to her friend only because her friend got boobs. Like her friend's boobs bigger than her. And I said, if that's your comparison, if that's what you think keep a man, I said, I'm gonna tell you now. She said, well, she said, see, y'all dudes like it. I said, dudes like it, but they don't. That does not keep him. You get knocked off. That's it. I said, you don't get kept. And I said, they might want to talk to her at first because they all up in her face. Like she got them all up in their face. I said, but when they get to know her and she's unbearable, like you always say she's unbearable, I said, well, guess who they're gonna want to talk to? People like you. They might talk to her, but they want to be with somebody like you. Because you ain't flashy. You ain't doing all that. I said, don't be envious of your friend, because at the end of the day, your friend wish she had somebody like the guy you gonna have, bro. Honestly. And that's why that's why her friend was mad because again, me and old girl ended up being a thing. And her friend was mad because she was like, how can you get your man to love you? You ain't gotta worry about him cheating or doing nothing else. But she couldn't get her dude to be like stable with her. She's stalking his IG. He's liking other people's stories. She's going over there looking at what he's doing, who he with. She couldn't get dude to be for real. I said, you see how she's having a hard time though? You know why her dude is going out doing that type of stuff? Because look at how she act. Look at how she act. I said, you know why you ain't got to worry about that with me? Because look how you treat me. You treat me with respect and look how I treat you. I said, we got something greater than what they got. They've been together longer. But look at what we got. We got something better because we're together. I said, don't be envious of her. She's envious of us. So I said, that envy is real, man. I don't think people realize, man, envy is the death of you, bro. It really is the death of a person. That's why I believe ain't that one of the seven deadly sins, envy? I know why, because you'll kill people over it. Look what Cain did to Abel. You will kill people over that. I never understood why people gotta be envious. It's like, bro, the best thing about it is getting your own. What's wrong with getting your own stuff? I like my own stuff, man. I like working hard to get my own. I don't want your money. That's why I don't beg people for money because I don't need it. I can get my own. Like, what's wrong with that? It's enough to go around in the world, man. That's the best part about it is that I did this on my own. I don't need your stuff. I don't need a handout. You know what I'm saying? So what do I got to be envious for? I said, bro, I'm your number one cheerleader, man. You get something good in your life, I'm gonna cheer you on. I encourage people to do better, man. I want people to do better at YouTube than I do because I don't really care for it. I want you to do a way better job at it so people can watch you and stop watching me. Really. You ever seen one dude, like I said, he might get the girls or he might want the girls to himself until some other dude come around and now he think he got competition. It's like, bro, it's not a competition. You don't own people. They mad because dude is cool. Like he's cooler. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't you cool too? Don't you know? Okay, what's the problem? I remember Joe said that. Joe said that before he got married, he would go around this little like this kind of like it was like a group at this. He was trying to go to this other church because again he was looking for his wife. So he was like, okay, let me see what's up. So he was going and trying out, like seeing some of the events they had. You know what I'm saying? And he went to this event with some people that he know. With I think it was some people he knew. And one of the little dudes over there was inferior. And so I was an inferior man. Ain't that weird? And they was like, yeah, he kind of gets that way because he likes to have the girls to himself. And like he owns them. Yo, he said it like he owned them. I was like, that sounds extremely messed up. So Joe was like, Joe is extremely defiant. He don't care about nothing. Joe just do stuff to make you mad. You know what I'm saying? He was like, who this dude think he is? Like he get to have girls. They're like, who he think he is? You know what I'm saying? But that's because Joe was cooler. Joe looked better than old buddy. Joe got more riz than old buddy. Joe could attract people better than old buddy can. Old buddy knew that, and the girls that he was trying to get was into Joe. He got mad at that, didn't like it. That's why he want to get inferior. Like that is so weird. He said he liked the girls to himself. Like you get like you a king walrus. I was like, walruses don't want to share their women. I'm like, bro, who are you? Did they agree to all be yours? Like that's crazy. Spirit of envy. Told you, envious. You got dudes, man, already with somebody, man. They mad because the person they trying to get with next gets with somebody else. Like, they try to get with you. I've had it happen. I told y'all stories. I've had it happen, dude. And again, I wasn't even trying to get with these girls. I was just minding my business. We just friends. I'm a very friendly person. I come off friendly to everybody, man. I make friends with everybody I see, dude. And so sometimes, again, when it's somebody ugly, they don't care because they don't want them. I said, but when it's somebody that they want, that's when they want to say, like, he's a player. He's a pretty boy. I'm like, bro, I talk to everybody. Ugly, big, not big. It don't matter. Like, I don't care if you cool, you cool. They're like, see, now y'all always joking around. Y'all always laughing. I said, I joke around and laugh with my niggas. I'm like, does that mean I like them? I'm trying to do them? No, dude. It just means that's how I am. That is so weird. Dude already had a girlfriend, man, and he's envious because me and old girls hanging out after work. You can't just let somebody have something. We didn't have nothing like that. It was the fact that made us almost want to because Buddy was mad and he's just like, bro, you are so unfair. We'll do it just to make you mad. You feel me? Can't let nobody have nothing, man. Envious. Crazy. Are y'all there? Y'all still there? Stuff is crazy, man. Can't let nobody have nothing. But they sitting there talking though. That's why I said get away from people like that, man. That's not good for your mental. Especially going into 2026. We ain't doing this. That's why I said I don't hesitate to block, call anybody out. I don't got time for that, bro. I don't. I don't care about your feelings, man. I don't care how you view stuff or your envy level, your insecurities or whatever. I don't care. We're not going into a year with envy Negroes. Can't let nobody have nothing, man. I mean, bro, couldn't even let me have a moment of success. I'm feeling happy on YouTube. Couldn't even let me like talk about my moment, man. Negroes like you arrogant. It's not about views. He thinks he's all that. I'm like, why? Because you can't. Because you've been doing YouTube for 10 years. You know, like, why are you mad at me, dude? I just say I'm better than people because I got views. Because if we talking about views, but there are some people who are just drowning me in that. Shows you can't have nothing, man. Get on here and tell people how the Lord bless you, and they'll see it's not always about material things. Well, bro, sometimes God blesses you with material things, you idiot. Like I can't help the fact He bless you with it. We live in a material world, dude. We need materials to survive. Like, why are you mad because God does what He does for us? Are you mad because God actually answers our prayers and your prayers probably not getting answered? Like, is that what you mad at? That's what it is. You just mad because people got the favor of the Lord on their life and you don't. I bet you will be mad when every time we call God, He shows up and does something because He probably ain't doing it for you. I can't speak in your life because I don't know what you got going on, but obviously He must not be doing enough for you because you worry about us. That envy, man, is real, dude. You can't have nothing no more. That's why I said that envy's dangerous. That's why I said people be praying on your downfall. It never works though. It's mighty funny. It never works. God don't do evil for evil, you idiot. So I'm like, bro, it don't work. Pray whatever you want to. I promise you, it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna get blessed more and get blessed faster. Honestly. And that makes him even more mad. Instead of them just saying, hey man, let me copy what Steve doing. Like, nah, see, I can't stand him. God humble him. You know why they want God to humble me? Because they envious because I got something they ain't got. That's why. Bro, they envy working witchcraft and don't even know it. I probably just don't even care. You know something wrong with you. That's why I said, I told you, save all your deep, holier than thou is than all your Bible verses. Boy, please. You can't speak the Bible being envy, you idiot. It don't work like that. They're going to be one of the 7 deadliest sins trying to quote the word of God. It don't even work, dude. That's why I said, take the time to go listen to people that speak on us and see it from their mouth. See how they see the spirit they're coming out of. We ain't did not a thing wrong. We ain't messing with them. They don't even know them niggas. I said, why you think they speaking on us? Because they know our name give views. And they know when they speak on us, that's the only way they're gonna give views is when they try to slander us. And then you hear their talking points, and it's like, dude, so this ain't got nothing to do with God. It's got something to do with your feelings. It's got something to do with your ego. Like I said, I found out what this old Osama bin Laden looking nigga got mad at. He got mad because I said he's a weirdo and I got views. That's what he was mad at. Speaking on spiritual weirdos, which he's one, and then mad because I said small channels, and his channel's freaking small. So it was about his ego. They be telling on themselves, dude. That's why I said God didn't tell you to make this video. He said God said, I'm like, God didn't tell you to make it. You just had a small ego. You told on yourself, you idiot. That's why I said if anybody listen to you, you can have all them niggas. Have every last one of them niggas. I don't want them. You listen to him, go take him too. Go take him. If people believe you, they belong right over there with you. If you cannot see this is the spirit of envy, the spirit of a nigga, then how are you gonna sit here and talk to me? I don't got nothing to say to you. Envy, masquerading as an angel of light. I said it ain't no different than people out there in the street. They just throw God on it and say God said it. Like, it ain't God said it. God didn't say that. Anybody that say God said when they mad, that's why they say, no, see, everybody ain't meant to be rich. I'm like, okay, maybe you ain't meant to be rich. The Bible says, like, no, you just saying the Bible because it hit your issue. Like you ain't deep. That's why I said if you can't hear the envy in a Negro voice, I don't know what to tell you. Why are you so big on trying to disprove us for? Why you worry about us? Get your family members going to hell, dude. Why you worry about us? Because you're envious. Because your family members don't they don't own up the jack. We do. That's why you speaking on us. They know that name gonna get buzz and views. That's what they know it is. They know. That's why they keep saying it's not for clout. Yeah, well, obviously it is because you put our name in our face in it, you idiot. That's why I said listen to the talking points. If they got to keep saying it's not because of that, it's because of that. I'm not trying to say it like that. They're trying to say it like that. It's not for clout. It's for clout. Otherwise, they would come to you directly and say it. You know why they go on the internet and say it? Because they want clout. They want people to notice them. Because didn't nobody notice them before they mentioned us? Have you noticed it? That's why I saw, yeah, I got y'all games exposed. I'm gonna expose these games. So every other idiot that listen to you and come to me and question me, what should I do or what do you think? I'm gonna show you what I think. We've been doing this church stuff for 20-something years. Boy, do you think we are novices? Like we dumb. We know niggas and we know the church game. Negroes and church game mixed together. We know all of it. You can't fool us with it, dude. We know divination and witchcraft when we see it. Do you think we dumb? Like, come on, man. I can't believe y'all fall for that stuff. Like, bro, that's why I said I be thinking some of y'all be slow too. Y'all fall for anything. Y'all listen to anybody that swear that God told them something. Like, you got to be dumb to listen to that, and you got to be dumb to say that too. That's why I said some people just are not smart. Now people come to me talking about, see, now my mama said, look, what does your mama know? Your mama's an idiot too. Anybody's an idiot when they talk about God gonna do something to you. Anybody's an idiot when they say that. Like, what does your mama know what God gonna do? Like, your mama's God. Like, how does she know? I would trust President Trump with something that God said before I trust a nigga. Like a Negro know. And that man's a lunatic. I would trust the word of God from this dude before I trust it from a Negro. And that's not even a joke. That's dead serious. I'm so serious. Hold on, 1 second. Yeah, it's always control. That's why I said it works out of intimidation, manipulation, or domination. That's what they do. They try to again, they manipulating people by putting your name in and trying to make like there's something wrong with you. And then they intimidate you by saying God's gonna and the Lord's gonna and something's gonna happen to you and you've been warned the judgments of God. Understand these code words, y'all. Hey man, don't none of y'all be no fool for that old game. Understand these words that I'm telling you. Ain't nothing that I ain't seen before, so I'm not gonna steer y'all wrong. Understand a nigga ego get hurt when you see it. I told you, know the game. That stuff is the oldest game in the book. Like, bro, how's God gonna tell some random Negroes what's gonna happen to you? Like they know. And that's why you see what he does, the exact opposite. Every time. And I'm like, oh, look what the Lord did. Like, I didn't know he was gonna do that already. For the 30th time he's done it for me. I didn't know he was gonna do that this time, though. 31st time is different because the Negro said it was gonna be. Not the word of a Lord, the word of a weirdo. You see how stupid people are listening to stuff? Goat generation, eat up everything. You listen to people with the spirit of envy, and you think somebody is going to sit right there and listen to you. I don't. And that's why people have a very hard time with me because I don't listen to just anything, dude. I don't go to everybody's church. I don't listen to just any word. I don't listen to no messages. God said nothing. God didn't tell you jack, boy. That's your pride and your ego trying to be deep. And then you look at them people now. Why can't you be deep enough to get out of Mississippi? Where is the word of the Lord to tell you, man, get out of this wretched place? Why do you never have word for that? All them YNs down there, you ain't got a word for them on the block, but you got a word for Steve. You shot up dope with people that you used to know. You got locked up with people you used to know. You ran the streets with people you used to know. You ain't reached one of them niggas yet, but you sit here trying to talk about us, trying to have a word for somebody who know how this work. You wasn't good in the street. You ain't good in Christ. Like, boy, you ain't good at jack. I'm looking like people really fall for this stuff. Like, you got to be the biggest idiot to fall for that, bro. I can't believe this. How's God scaring people? God don't scare people. He don't give us the spirit of fear. That's why he said that, man. So a nigga was trying to intimidate you with the word. It's like, how you fall for that? That's why I said, okay, we'll see. I'll talk bad about you every day. I'm not even talk bad about you. It's like, I'm just going to troll you and mock you every single day since you think you know what you talk about and see if God comes strike me for it. Since you think you know what you're talking about, because I know God don't strike people. He don't work like that. The Lord's going to judge him. How do you know? Did he tell you to say that? I said, no, that's just the envious Negro. You understand, when people get their feelings hurt, they already got belittled. So they on here trying to belittle you. That's why when you hear people talk, they want to belittle you. That's why they talk crazy or they try to put you in your place by calling you a certain name. That's why people want to come call me Junior. Or they want to say, like, nah, see, with your daddy, they always want to bring your daddy up and stuff like you can't do nothing on your own. It showed you daddy been gone for 8 years and I've been managing a whole entire 8 years. And when daddy was still here, I was still managing. So I'm like, bro, I've been doing stuff on my own. I live in my own city with my own money. I don't need daddy name to do nothing. Not a person, no Darby. And I got in life just fine. So I'm like, why do you think I need that all the time? I don't need that. And that's why I told y'all the ones that don't want the mic is usually the ones that's called to do it. The ones that want the mic, don't listen to them. The ones that get on YouTube all the time, got a word, don't listen to them. God didn't call them to tell them that. Believe me, when you call to do the word, you don't want to do it. Most people don't want to do it. Noah or Jonah didn't want to. Moses didn't want to either. And I'm pretty sure after a while, Jesus got tired of him and didn't want to do it either. Don't nobody really want to do it if you really call to do it, bro. So the ones always on the internet got a word for everybody. God did not tell them that because they're too excited to do it. Jonah did not want to go to Nineveh, boy. He was trying everything not to go to Nineveh. So I'm telling you, bro, don't listen to everybody you hear. Some people just talk too much, dude. Like that's really the problem. They just talk too much. They want to be relevant. They want to hurt people's feelings because they got their feelings hurt. And once you talk, when you get your feelings hurt, boy, you already lost. So ain't nothing I can say to you. I'm not doing no comeback going back and forth. Like, nigga, you got your feelings hurt. That's why you're on the internet talking now. So you just offended. You're gonna be more offended when you realize I don't listen to you and God didn't do what you said. So what you want me to tell you? That ain't my problem. I guess people listen to anything now, boy. It's like, bro, understand even when you see it. People don't get on the internet talking about stuff because they just have a God told them saying they just gotta need to just set stuff straight. Like, no, they gotta need to set stuff straight because that's their way of trying to get their control back because they got their feelings hurt. Because they envious of you. That's why I say you listen to weirdos, you hear what they say. I told you, stupid tell on stupid stuff. I keep showing you people telling their stuff all the time. That's why I have people be like, well, see, no, most people just followed you because they know your peoples. I'm like, so are you mad because people follow me because they know who I am? Are you mad because they didn't follow you? Is that what it is? You mad because you don't have my name? Is that what it is? I'm like, so you envious of what I got? Why you cross watching me, you weirdo? It's always those type. You still here. It says two people. Now say one person. You too weird. So yeah, man, that's why I said don't listen to that stuff, man. People just be talking, man, because again, they envious. It's always a spirit of jealousy, man. Everybody's bad about everything. They care about that. That's what happens when you're weird, though. You keep tripping again. So yeah, that's why I said I wasn't even trying to talk about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'm cool, I'm chill, minding my business to myself. But I had enough of these freaks coming over here messing with us and messing with everybody. So I said, well, since y'all want to talk, I said I'm gonna go ahead and talk. I'm gonna expose everybody to your little God segment and show everybody that God didn't tell you. Then y'all gonna be real upset at me when I still tell everybody the church games. Nobody won't know church games like I know. Anybody that grew up in church, like I said, Chia in here, she grew up in here. When you grow up in it, you see it all. Just like when you in the streets. See, I didn't know nothing about the streets like that for real, or like the party lifestyle because I didn't really grow up in that. So somebody out here that was in a party lifestyle could have came and told me like, "Hey, Steve, it ain't for you. Like, ain't nothing out there." People did kind of say they did tell us like, "Ain't nothing. You ain't missing nothing." But again, I didn't grow up in that lifestyle, so I was like, "Nah, we missing everything." You know what I'm saying? But they know about it because they came from it. I came from church, so I know all the games that go on it. So somebody that come in fresh and think that everything's fine and dandy and you can just mimic what you see, like, no, it don't work like it. It doesn't work like it. Just like in the gang and just like in the White House, that's hierarchy. There's structure. You got weirdos, you got people that's crazy, you got people that's cool, you got people you can't trust. It don't change just because you got Christ on it. It almost makes it even worse. Because people are weird. And they use that Christ to an advantage, man. They use that Christ stuff to an advantage because, again, they don't want to do what they like. They use it for control. They don't use it because they genuine. Nobody care about your soul. They just care about setting you straight because you hurt their feelings. That's really what it's about, man. People get their feelings hurt. They want to come talk now because they got offended. And they can't just say, hey, man, I ain't like you just said, I'm offended. Stuff been going on for forever, man. Come on, we know the game. Stuff is old. That's why I said people have a very hard time with me. Like, bro, I don't fall for nothing, actually. You scare everybody else with that. You can't scare me. You can't scare a lot of the people that you do. So, yeah, understand Envy's real, man. People only get on the internet and talk because, like I said, somebody's better than them. That's why you got a whole bunch of nobodies talking on celebrities. Because celebrities are doing better in life than them. And then they get on there talking about the dirt and they're scamming people. They don't do nothing and they did this today and they so tacky. It's like, why you care? You don't even know them. Envious. That's why everybody was getting on these celebrities. Yet they don't speak up. What's up, Jose? They said they don't speak out on these issues that's going on with Palestine and Gaza. I'm like, well, nigga, you gonna speak on it then? Why you need DJ Khaled to say something? Khaled is quiet. Why are you quiet? You go talk. What's he supposed to do? Like, how you gonna put somebody on the forefront? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? They got mad at the Kardashians because they weren't talking on the Black Lives Matter thing. And I'm like, but the whole time Kim Kardashian was paying for people's surgery. That was a girl in Louisville that got shot in her face with a rubber bullet, dude. Everybody was getting wounded in Louisville at the time. Some girl got shot in her face with a rubber bullet, but damaged her whole face. And Kim K paid for her surgery. She actually did something. They was paying for people's surgery, getting people out of jail. Notice who's talking to niggas talking. You got your mouth on Kim K, but she's literally using her fame to help people get out of jail. People wrongfully incarcerated. At least they doing something. Like, nigga, what you doing? Fat back potato chip eating niggas sitting there talking on people, but you ain't did jack. You don't even got enough money or influence to get nobody out of jail, but you sitting there talking. You could start a petition if you wanted to, but you talking on somebody. How you letting a celebrity outdo you and something that they ain't even got? Like, but Kim K ain't even black. She got more love of black niggas than you do. But she's doing more with her money than you do. The rest of us out here marching, man, taking a bullet, getting shot, getting locked up, and they're going to stand on the back end and sit there talking. You let a celebrity outdo you, a white celebrity outdo you for your own people and your own cause. Ain't that a shame? And you envious of us? You envious of us? What have you done so great that you have the right to be envious? I'm convinced Negroes is mad and envious because people ain't trying to rob them because they ain't got nothing to rob. They're not considered the important people that's worth paying attention. Negroes get mad because they ain't not worthy enough to get robbed because they ain't got nothing to rob. Like they broke. They ain't got that. They mad just because anybody gets some attention. Oh Lord, what's up, girl? Oh Lord, she said you done called them all types of ninjas in the last 2 minutes. Listen, I can go with all type of ninjas. I'm trying to be courteous tonight. It's a little cold with my hands freezing, so I'm not gonna take it out just because my hand is froze. Like real, it be like that. That's why I said I understand the spirit of envy, man. That's why I say your girl can't be too pretty. Negroes is envious because you got a pretty girl and they got an ugly wife. Like it be like, don't think because people married that they settle. People really be mad like that, bro. It's really like that, bro. What you think they doing with the whole pretty woman movement? Like when women are too pretty. Notice on a movie if they ugly or they big or something, it's a joke. It's like that's a joke he got with this girl right here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to be comedy. Notice when they come out wearing like little skimpy stuff, it's more like, oh, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? But when a fine woman come out wearing little skimpy stuff, now she's a hoe. But she's doing the same thing that the other girl doing. Just because she look better, she's considered a hoe. I don't understand that. Remember at the office with that one girl, the one pretty girl, that got all the eyes and all the attention because she looked good. And there was some envious white girl in there that didn't look nowhere near as good as she did. Was mad because old girl's light skinned. She got curves, she got hips. She looked good in her dress. It wasn't like she was wearing nothing horrors. It's just like, bro, she can't have the fact she got that stuff. She was coming in the office turning heads. I'm like the girl looked good. She really looked good. No, the white girl was mad because again, the same dude that was trying to get her, she liked him. He didn't pay her no mind, so that's why she got mad and went behind the scenes talking about her outfit is not work appropriate. It's the same dress anybody would wear, dude. It ain't like I said, it ain't like one of these. Or like it was a basic dress. It's actually like covered up. She just looked good when she wears it. She said it's not work appropriate. I'm like, why? Because she's turning heads and you can't. Old girl tried to wear a dress. Well, nobody staring at her. Well, nobody looking at her. Face card all off. Looks is all off. Nobody paid her any mind. The only time people paid her mind was when she couldn't shut up. She talked too much. Old girl didn't have to say nothing though. She was just cute like that. Everybody liked her because she looked good. And now her stuff is not work appropriate. I'm like, no, it's not work appropriate because the dude you into is in her face. He ain't trying to be with you. Envy. Yes, envy. It happens. It happens at the job more than you know it. What she done said? I like me Latinas tape. Stop doing that to me when I enter the You need to stop with all this attention stuff, man. I ain't know. It's not always look. It's not always about you. Okay, stop being envious. Stop being envious, Empress. You always envious. Envious, Empress. You can't always have all my time now. I got to share it with the rest of my fly honeys. Come on, man. It be like it, though. That's why I said envy works in all types of ways, man. People just be mad over anything. Again, I just thought it was with girls because you see it with girls all the time. You know what I'm saying? But dudes are doing this now, man. Now they mad because girls want to hang with me. Like, bro, they get mad because the pretty girl like you. Dude was like, he always around girls. Like, so I'm not supposed to be around girls? Like, last I check, I'm like, I'm a dude, right? Like, man. Like, what? I like women. It's the way God made me. I like women, right? Like, I had to check my gender. Like, bro, did I? Like, what am I supposed to do? I said, well, I ain't got no tatas. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Cause I like women. What am I supposed to do? And bro, it's not even the fact that I like them like that, bro. It's the fact my friends. Do you understand the difference between girlfriend, or friends, player, friends? Just people I would hang with on the daily. Like, bro, I cannot help if somebody pretty. I can't help that. Dude was mad because he was mad because they didn't want to be friends with him. Not even that the fact we wanted to date. They just didn't want to be friends with him, but they was friends with me. He was upset by that. Throwing shade. He always around girls. Like, so you mad because the girls want to be around me? Are we not supposed to want girls? Are we supposed to just hang around dudes only? Like, that's so weird. I said, look at it. Makes sense why you said it. Look at the people that say the stuff that they say. Look at them. It ain't never no Chris Brown lookalikes or no Nia Long. No, it's always the worst of the worst that sit there and talk. Of course, it don't matter to you. Look at your life. Look at what you're doing. When you gave up 25 years ago, of course, it don't matter about life to you because you don't got nothing to live for. Some of us do. Those are always the people that give up on everything. We got to take advice from them. Like, nigga, what do you know? That's why where you at? Just because you miserable in Mississippi don't mean we got to be just like you. I don't want to be in Mississippi. We don't want to end up like you do. Couldn't pay me enough to live there. So why am I going to sit there and listen to you? What do you know about life? You don't got no accomplishment, man. God put us on this earth to accomplish stuff too, dude. Why are we supposed to be walking failures that just love God? Like, no, we can be accomplishments loving God too. Always gotta be lame, be bored. It's like, see what I'm saying? And these are the people that people listen to. Like, why would you listen to one spiritual weirdo? Like, I didn't listen to you. That's the reason why you in that area in the first place. But that's the reason why you a spiritual weirdo in the first place. Because that you can't do nothing else. Don't think people use the word of God to be good. They use the word of God because they're envious, man. That's why they talk about the money scriptures. That ain't what that meant. It meant metaphorically. Like, no, it ain't meant metaphorically. It didn't mean metaphorically. Of course, it's metaphorical to you because you failed at business. You failed at your life. Don't nobody want to donate to your crappy ministry or your crappy stuff. So you failed. So of course you're gonna say that. When your finances ain't ranking in, of course you're gonna say something to make you feel better about your dying channel and your dying self. So obviously you're gonna say that. Listen, everybody ain't meant to have money. I'm like, it says the one that don't have money. I'm living in a world with trillions, quadrillions of dollars, and we ain't supposed to have a single dollar. We're not supposed to have a 401k. We're not supposed to have a savings account. What is a savings account for, you idiot? Saving money. What is a 401k for? Retirement. So you're set for retirement, dummy. I can't survive off of $45.35 in my retirement, dude. I need to have more so when I retire, I don't have to ever work again. You see what I'm saying? You see how dumb people are. And those are the ones that don't have a 401k. They don't have a Charles Schwab. They don't have a savings. They don't have credit. Those are the ones trying to teach you the will of God. The ones trying to tell you what the word really means. They wouldn't know. You don't even know what life means. How you gonna interpret the word, something that's spiritual that you not? You can't even be good at life. I'm calling these old envious weird niggas out. Like, I'm tired of y'all. Y'all talk too much. That's for every daggone body. You know they try to do the same thing to Darby, and he looked at them crazy. He was like, "Boy, please." Like, bro, that's what happened when you're not a fool. You don't listen to niggas. Some of them still been living in that same crappy house in the West End for 55 years and ain't did nothing. Ain't remodeled it one bit. Everybody and their mama out of that one house. But they trying to tell you scripture. They trying to tell you wisdom. And pretty soon they gonna have an extra space, not room, because you didn't get your room in that house. Extra space where you can sleep on the floor with them because they want you to be just like them, be common just like them. Oh no, we're not common. No, we're not common. We let Negroes put y'all in the same category with them. We not the same. Negro, we ain't the same. We don't live the same. We don't even look the same. Like we're all related. No, we not all related. And even if we was, we not. We ain't the same, man. What I look like? That's what happened when you ain't pathetic. This is the people that you take your advice from. That's why I be looking like these are really the people y'all listen to. Not Kenneth Copeland, not Joyce Meyer, not Rob Parsley, not Creflo Dollar. These people, not Darby. These people, y'all listen to them. Like, really, no reputation, no word, no money, no status, no nothing. Crazy. Couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me. Oh, Lord. Well, y'all gonna understand niggas are envious. That's why they say stuff. Have y'all noticed y'all ain't had no white people talking on y'all? Why is that? You can go tell somebody white your idea right now. They would not look crazy at you. Bro, they would literally support you one of your own peoples. Why is that? Bro, go tell a Russian your idea. They will literally look at you like, that's cool. Why is it only when you tell your own kindness, they look at you like you crazy? Nobody else seems to get looked at crazy like this. Somebody said, I want to invent the airplane. They're like, oh, yeah, it's a great idea. I'll invest in your cause. I want to invent the Henry Ford. Oh, yeah, I'll invest in it. Yeah, sure. Why is it when we want to invest in something that's going to be a multi-million dollar, world-changing idea? No, see, no. What's up, Nisha? Nisha, I'm getting tired of, you say that in, you be like, Nisha, I'm getting tired of these niggas. Niggas. Man, people be tripping. We're of an envy Negro, man. We playing too much. That's why I said people speak out of their feelings, bro. That's what happens when And surprisingly, it be the dudes. It really be the dudes that do this, man. Again, I'm seeing the black women are doing. The black women are cool. They like, bro, they don't mess with me. They don't really mess with me. They just kind of be a little weird, thirsty. I said, but you know what I'm saying? Like you'll see Empress come in here. She be annoying me. Be playing all the time. I said, but they do stuff like that. It's the Negroes that come in mad at you already, dude. Women got their own house and their own credit, man. They ain't mad. They the one teaching people how to do this, man. The Negroes to be mad. So that's why I said we doing something else on my channel too called Black Women Appreciation. We gonna make these little weird Negroes mad since they want to talk too much. That's what happened when you run your mouth with an envious Negro. Now I'm gonna make you mad with black women doing better than you. I'm gonna tell all the black women in the credits or in the comments, comment your credit score. Comment your credit score. I bet y'all gonna have a whole bunch of 850s and 800s and you know what I'm saying, 729s. I say, yeah, we're going to, you know how y'all black men make it mad? Talk about your credit. You ain't got to argue with a Negro. Talk about your credit score. I promise you, that will shut him up. Like, oh yeah. Real, is that, pull up your equal facts. Pull up your FICO score. Watch him be as quiet. Not girl, whatever. Like, watch, he go, oh yeah, whatever. He don't want to talk no more. He gonna FICO. What's that? Yeah, you don't know what FICO is. You on your mama credit, ain't you? That's how you shut them up. You have to beat him mentally, not literally, not doing that. Like, well, okay, what's your credit score? Oh, your mom went up 29 points today. How much you'll go up? Look, don't get me in the middle of nothing. I ain't trying to be in y'all smoke. I don't want to be the middle potato. Hold on. What's up, Bernard? What's good, bro? How you doing, man? Today's topic is envy. I'm sure there's not a lot of that in wherever that place is called in Japan, wherever you is. I'm sure there's not a lot of that. Japanese people work together. They work together. Chinese people work together. A lot of European people work together. What's up, Mike? Just envy, man. Bunch of envious people. That's why I said the word envy. You ain't did nothing wrong. You're gone somewhere. I tell people all the time, you ain't did nothing wrong. People just mad. They just mad and stuff. Notice again. I'm gonna tell you how you know you did something wrong. This is gonna sound so bad. Listen, if white people love you, you ain't did nothing wrong. If you notice you get around white people and they just so loving, oh hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? They so nice and loving, you have not done nothing wrong. If you get around your common Negroes and they always mad, just know you ain't done nothing wrong. They just mad at you. Now, if you got all ethnicities mad at you, it's probably you. But listen, if white people, as much as they say they racist, because some of them do be kind of like over the shoulder type, like they'll smile in your face, whatever. But if they still nice enough to smile in your face, hey, how you doing? Like, you ain't did nothing wrong. You ain't did nothing wrong. When you did something wrong around them, you gonna know because they gonna give you that look. Like, oh, look at this nigga, he's bad. You know what I'm saying? And I said, but if they still, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. Like, and they give you a laugh, you know, and they go after you, sir. I insist. Like, you are right where you need to be. Only a nigga get mad at you for nothing. You just walk outside, you in a good mood, bro. You be in a good mood, loving God, take care of your family. Go on the word, you just got a lot of joy. Negroes are mad at you because you got joy, dude. People be mad at you because you that happy. They can't stand the fact that you just like smile too much. Like something wrong with you. You see people, they be like, why you always smiling? Because I'm happy. Why can't I smile, bro? Like, what am I supposed to look like? Like, you know, like, what do you want me to do? Bro, you can't even be happy. That's how sad it is. Happiness comes in being white now. What is a smile? Something that white people do? Something I'm doing? Oh my gosh, man. You can't have nothing. Man, people say that like you be happy throwing jokes because again, like you a jokester. You like life is just joking sometimes. You just like you happy. Not even that you mess with people. You just happy throwing jokes and everything. You know, y'all see my comedy. I'm funny, and people be like, you just always joke too much. I'm like, why can't I? Like, bro, I've been crying for 8 years that he been dead. Like, bro, you don't think I'm tired of crying? I'm tired of feeling this way. Can I not joke and be happy? Like, bro, 8 years of my life in a movie. Do you think I don't want something that makes me happy one time? Like, dang. Lost pops, man. That was tragic, bro. Like I got shot. Like, bro, I went through a lot of stuff. You don't think I need some happiness in my life, dude? Notice I ain't have nothing as bad to say when I was sitting there. Like, hey man, it's hard out here. But now when I'm happy, now people you play too much. Like I'm supposed to. Since when did life have to be so freaking serious, dude? Like, dang, let's have a laugh. I was called Kool-Aid growing up because I was like, he said, "Oh yeah, I can't have the Kool-Aid man smell, bro." Like, Blair, oh yeah, like I can't do that, bro. Hey, and that's sad, bro. Because like I said, if we was, because again, if this is white people doing this, they wouldn't care. In a minute, a Negro smile, they looking like, "Why you so happy for?" Because God is good. Why can't I not be happy? Is God not good? Oh my God, literally. Oh my God, I can't be happy. Bro, they really be mad at your joy. I can't believe this, bro. People really want you to misery loves company. They really want you to be miserable just like them. That's why you live in Mississippi. Obviously. I mean, man, you can't even be happy, dog. People show up to the job happy and they like, why they happy at this job? Maybe some people are just happy where they work. Maybe we all hate the job. Maybe that's the one person that actually loves the job because that's their thing. Like, what's wrong with that? We ain't all got to show up here nasty. Like, bro, we all can't be nasty now. Like, somebody got to be happy. You know, people be like, well, they take their job too serious. Like, some people do take their job too serious. But I'm like, but some people just enjoy just doing the job because they not trying to get fired. They got bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a stickler for the rules. Like, no, they just don't want to get fired. They just don't want to. They can't afford to get a strike because they got to work. They got a family. You know what I'm saying? And some people are just happy and content with just doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just some people think. You feel me? I mean, being happy should be all of our thing. Why can't we be happy? People like, well, see, people always. Now, I do think that on some stuff you shouldn't throw jokes. Like I said, with that whole like UPS plane crash, like that was not the time to joke. People was throwing jokes out. I'm like, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? But if the world is ending tomorrow and like an asteroid's coming, it's gonna wipe out all humanity. I do think that's the time to be like, well, I mean, it's whatever. What am I? I can't do nothing to stop it. So it's like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Somebody would still be on Instagram throwing memes, throwing jokes, and at least we can go out with a laugh. It's like, oh, this is funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, God forbid I won't go out at all. But I'm like, if I ever do, I'm gonna go out happy on my own terms, bro. I want to laugh. Like I want to remember my last moments being happy. God forbid, but imagine living a life thinking you can die any day. Like, bro, that is a very miserable life. You know what I'm saying? The goal is not to die, but you like, bro, if God, just in case, God forbid, if I do, like, I want to be happy. I want to live a miserable life and die miserable. Like, bro, I want to live happy, and if God forbid, if I ever die, I want to die happy. Like, what's wrong with that? The Bible tells you don't let the sun go down on your anger, man. You can be angry, but sin not. It's like you can still feel, but it's like, bro, it's also telling you, like, bro, don't take it too serious. Don't take it too far. Still have some joy, have some happiness, dude. People mad at you for that. Like, bro, they gonna cancel that. Everything's cancel culture. Then you got cancel that. They already mad because people putting up their pictures of family at their job. Now they mad makes people offended because their family sucks or they can't have a family. So now they want you to take your stuff down. To the point you can't even say Merry Christmas to a nigga now. Now this guy, oh, that's offensive. You to Christ then. It's like why? Like, bro, just because you don't like it on me, I can't still say it. Oh my God. Notice how they can't say nigga, so they don't want nobody to say nigga. Miserable, miserable. All the words you can say, all the F bombs and B bombs, and now the nigga word. Now they can't say, well, it's the word we don't use here. But you just used the F word like 10 minutes ago. So the one word you can't use, we can't. You're like, boy, that's my word. That's our word. We can use that. I'm not sure where you gotta be to tell a group of people they can't use a certain language that's theirs. Have you ever noticed that? Is it just me? Have y'all noticed that? It's like, bro, that is so crazy. Imagine telling the culture like, oh yeah, you can't say that word around here. Like if a Mexican got a word that they say to each other, we telling them, well, you can't say that word. Like we would know what it means anyways. I don't speak Espanol, so I'm like, if they got a word, call each other cholo or compadre or something like that's their word. I can't tell them what they can and can't say. Imagine the miserable person I would have to be. Like I said, cuss words are universal, so we do say like, hey, try not to do it over. But If you got a word that y'all call each other in y'all language, that's your thing. I can't tell you what not to say. It's your thing. If white people walked around calling each other cottage cheese or whipped cream, I can't tell them, hey man, it's offensive. You can't say that word. Like that's their word. Maybe I can't call them cottage cheese. Maybe that's just not my word. You know what I mean? Like people be so miserable, can't let you have it. Oh my gosh. In the last days, right? In the last days, what they call wrong, right, wrong. You be happy too much now, that's wrong. Stuff is crazy, man. Hey, y'all still there? Hold on, yeah, 1 second. What what is that? A radish? What is that? A potato? Is that a red potato? You these potato jokes. One day you're gonna wake up to your DMs gonna be spammed with a bunch of potatoes. I'm gonna tell everybody spam her DM with potatoes. We're gonna call you Idaho because you potatoes. You Mrs. Idaho. Sweet potato. Like Michelle Obama said, she said, my favorite food is a sweet potato. I was like, now, Michelle, you know your favorite food is not a sweet potato. Or you might go on somewhere. If I can call you Michelle. Whatever your name is. But yeah, understand the envy, bro. Again, even with Obama, them, like I said, a lot of people was envying Obama. That's why a lot of them was making up rumors about dude that we don't even know if it's even true. That's why I said I don't just go off of rumors, man. Because again, rumors start because somebody hating on you. That's why I noticed everybody got dirty about you. They don't never got nothing nice to say. I'm like, because people hate on you. It's not because they care. Even if you was gay, like they were saying Obama was gay, they don't care about that man being gay. They just care about it because they mad. The same thing with LeBron. They don't like they know LeBron is the best basketball player they've ever seen. They just mad because LeBron spoke out on a lot of politics. And the ones that don't agree with him, that's why they hate LeBron's game and they say he's trash. They know LeBron's not trash. They just mad at the dude because he offended their politics or he offended their feelings. That's what it is. As I said, man, people speak out of envy, man. They mad. So they be like, no, there's nothing wrong with criticism. Like, no, you only giving criticism because you envious. That's why. Don't ever let a nigga tell you that like that's correction. They not called to correct you. Ain't a nigga on the internet allowed to come over here and correct you and tell you nothing. You don't know me, dude. You don't know my story. You're not ordained, you old weird idiot. You don't got a right to correct nobody. You should have corrected yourself when you was out there in the street. Don't try to come here now and try to be all safe and sanctified, try to tell somebody how to do it. Like, go somewhere. Like, no, you just mad because you got your feelings hurt. And your enviness, because like I said, you can't be on the level that somebody else is. And you can't have the views and recognition that somebody else got. Your envy's over speaking. That's why I said a nigga telling themselves every time, man, because they stupid. You mad dumb for telling people to accept. They telling you to accept the correction like something wrong with you. It's like, nigga, I don't gotta listen to nobody. That's why I do stuff on the opposite to show people I don't listen to you. Correct what, nigga? Correct something if you want to. Ain't nobody listen to that. You think somebody gonna listen to you online? That's how you know you just dumb. You think everybody I talk to on here is gonna listen to what I say? Of course not. I don't want you to. I told people stop listening to me anyways, and they still listen. So it ain't like I'm trying to make you hear what I said. That's why I say they trying too hard to be lovers of men to get people to listen to them, and that's why they not called to do it. You doing it out of an envy spirit, and that's why it never works. That's why I said everything you touch dies. Everything you do never works. Can't be envious and tell God to bless it. It don't work like that, dude. You ain't gonna bless somebody that's envious. Crazy. You got so much of your dad in you, brother. If I had $5 for every time I heard that, boy, I would have enough to get a Tesla. Enough to get a Tesla. Call it the Darby Tesla. Nah, it's true though, man. But that's just how we talk. That's why we try to tell people. I said, bro, the way we talk, I can see why people thought I was gonna kind of follow in that and then footsteps of like preaching and stuff, because that's how we talk. It's not even that it's a gift. It's just that's how we talk. That's how Daddy talk. That's how Mama talk. That's how I talk. That's how Joe talk. Stisha talk. Hannah talk. We all talk the same way. Because we real. We learn to be real, dude. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. So I said, like, I'm not trying to offend people, but like I said, if you take what I say offensive, I don't care about hurting your feelings. I don't care about none of that. This is how we talk. Because when you're around a bunch of weird idiots, like they want to sugarcoat everything, and the Lord told me to tell you, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna say, well, see, the Lord gonna get you. See, the Lord told me. I just tell you, hey, cuz, I don't like you. I can't stand you, cuz. Get away from me. What's so hard about just telling the truth? What's so hard about just telling somebody, hey, bro, I don't like you, man. Leave me alone. Like, what's wrong with that? If somebody did something to offend me, I'm not gonna say, well, see, God told me to tell. I said, bro, just, hey, dude, I don't like you, man. Shut up, leave me alone. Why be fake about it? Just say, hey, dude, I didn't like what you said. We got a lot of people on the internet talking about, well, I don't even say a lot of people, but you know, you got a handful of idiots on the internet, man, because Darby said something hurt their feelings. They talking bad about the man. He wasn't called. I'm like, no, he just hurt your feelings. You got an idiot online talking about me, talking about God told me to tell you. No, he didn't. Like, bro, I just hurt his feelings because he got his issue touched and he on the internet talking. Why couldn't you just say, hey, Steve, I don't agree with what you said, bro. I don't like, because he knew I wasn't going to listen to him. So when you don't listen to people, what do? They got to do a publicity stunt. Tonight at 10, scandal on this. That's why they do that, because they know people are not going to listen to them one-on-one. So they got to get the whole world to listen so you can listen to them along with everybody else. It's the oldest game in the book. Told you, this stuff's sad, man. So that's why we real. That's why I said I didn't think people was even still gonna watch me, man, because I done heard a lot of people feelings. I said, but it's not just a lot of people, it's just a few weirdos. I told people personally don't watch me, and people are still watching. Because we real. I don't got nothing to hide. I don't got nothing to be fake about. When I talk, I'm just like, bro, I told you I done made mistakes. I done did a lot of stupid stuff in my life. Why would I be lying and say I never did that? Like, come on, man. Real respect, real. I don't got no word for you. That's why I said I'm real like that. I don't got no word for you. I'm not a pastor. I'm not your preacher. I'm not your leader. I'm not your teacher. I'll tell you what I know, but as far as give you a revelation, that's not my thing. You are not getting a word out of Steve. So don't ask. You get what you get. You can't accept it, beat it. I could care less. That's not my thing. We do music over here and we do encouragement. You can't get anything other than that. Not my problem. And that's why people stick and stay over here, because they realize you ain't getting nothing else but what you get served. This. Corn. This is corn. We're not getting pizza. So don't ask. You can't try to make somebody in a son that you want them to be, man. I'll be lying and try to be pastor, and if I said I was, I'm not. This is why I said I just like being real, man. That's why I said when I talk to a woman, I like when a woman straight up with me. Stop the games, man. Quit playing with a dude, bro. I don't care. If you don't like me, just say you don't like me, man. Just say you don't care. Stuff is mad annoying. It's like, it's weird. You playing that old stupid stuff. Well, I just gotta take time to focus on myself. Okay, no, you don't. Old boy came in the picture, man. He coming over tonight. Just tell the truth, man. Dang. That's another gang, fellas. She ever said she needs time. Oh, yeah, she needs time, all right. Yeah. Hello. So I'm still trying to look for that piano sound that you used to play uh, when your dad preached at the end of church. Man, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know. Most of the stuff I played was made up. There was never an original song. You know how many people ask me that? They said, what's that song you be playing on stage? I couldn't tell you, because first of all, I don't remember. Second of all, it was never an official song. I just played whatever came to mind. Whatever chords I was feeling that day, whatever I touched first, I just started playing. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember a song I played, bro. I don't. There's so many songs I did. I did it every time, like Sundays and Wednesdays for years. So I couldn't tell you. But if you find it, and y'all let me know, if you tag me in or whatever, let me know. I might remember some of it, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. So some of that stuff I can't even play again, even when I hear it. So it's just in the moment. It was in the moment. So people don't want correction, so they would be that. Of course. Because they know, like I said, they know you're not gonna listen to them, bro. They know Steve don't listen to not a Negro. I don't. But hey, Steve, you know how to read music? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's been some time. I wasn't always the best at it. I can read it a little bit, but it's been so many years. I mean, I don't really remember how to read it that good. So I go off of like ear now. You know what I'm saying? You actually get better at playing off ear. I don't take lessons. I don't play sheet music. Because by ear is better. You get to do it your own way. That's why my piano style sounds like unique. Because like I said, it's not like everybody else. I'm not playing Beethoven or Mozart. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing my own style. So you can tell when it's me because it's got that sound. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has like a unique thing about it, you know. So honestly, I would say don't read sheet music. Just play by ear. You get better at doing that. Especially if you play for God, man, you get better at just doing that. He blesses it. You play your own unique way. You know what I mean? So, let's see. So that sound touched my soul. If you find it, like I said, if you do find it, if you come in the comments or you come back over here, let me know. Because I would love to know which one you're talking about because I don't know. Everybody keeps telling me, what's that song you playing at the church? I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I wanted to because I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, people think I be like remembering everything. I'm like, they be like, oh, yeah, what's that song? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I just, it ain't like I got a coordination on what it was. I'm just like, I just play whatever came to my mind. That's how we was. Like, Daddy would do the same thing. We would just play whatever came to our mind, or whatever we was feeling. Some stuff we didn't even practice. We just did. So it ain't like we really, we just did whatever in the moment. We was a church that flowed. As y'all see, he was the guy that just flowed with whatever the feeling, the spirit was. He did that. So, like I said, we had to follow. We never really had like an exact coordination. It was just whatever he's feeling or whatever I'm feeling, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? So, I got an autumn album. I'm coming out with that one too on my Spotify. I was supposed to say you play the trumpet. That's what's up. I tried the trumpet. You got to buzz your lips. That's too hard, man. Takes a lot of wind to do that. As much as I be out here talking for hours, boy, I got a lot of wind in me. I probably would be good at it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. How can I meet you in person? I need a limbo 71 degrees exactly. Miles Finch. He said, that's it. I'm out of here. 71 degrees. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Meet me in Manhattan. 71 degrees. Don't forget. Limo paid for. Aquafino bottled water in the left-hand side. Exactly. Can't be the right. I won't drink it. I won't take it. Has to be 71 degrees exactly. I won't take it. I won't show up. I swear to you, I won't come. There will be my assistant that would be there that would coordinate with you. How am I supposed to be here without 71 degrees? Some people like it, 71 degrees. I don't know nothing about no 71 degrees. Just make sure it ain't too hot, it ain't too cold. I don't know. If I ever do a meet and greet, I'll post the location. That's gonna be a bad thing because some of the word is gonna show up. It's gonna be a lot of fights, a lot of fights, a lot of rights, a lot of lefts. I don't know. Ain't nobody really met me in person yet. I'm not a celebrity, so I don't want to be like, people be like, oh my gosh, I don't like man. Like, I'm just me. I'm Steve. If I'm in your city and I do a live stream, then, because my goal is to go like all around the United States anyway. I'm trying to hit like major cities, do streams there, then go overseas and do it. So if I'm ever in your city, you can say what's up, but you better come correct. Like, I'd hate for this to turn violent on live stream. Hate to have to slam you in front of my audience. We preach peace over here, but we also preach power, power handling. But yeah, we'll see. I was thinking about doing a meet and greet one of these days. Tampa, I ain't never been to Tampa before. I was thinking about going out there one day. I just came from Panama City a couple of months ago. But we got a following in Tampa too. We got some people to come out from Tampa. That'd be cool. So yeah, if you ever see me at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or whatever, which I probably would never go to a Buccaneers game. I heard the Buccaneers are terrible. I love their red color, but I heard they one of the worst teams in the league. I don't know about that. It was a couple of like last year I heard it, but they might be better this year. So if that's your team, I ain't trying to knock you. I ain't trying to knock Tampa Bay. If I ever come down there, I'll definitely let y'all know, man. You're gonna see the caption, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You see the location, whatever. As of right now, I'm like, look, I'm just trying to chill. I'm just trying to chill. I already looking forward to this year. Meeting group these hands, like, yeah, you want to see stars? Take you to Beverly Hills, let you see stars. Oh man, like I said, I just tell people don't come on no invite now. But that's good that they watch. Shout out to Tampa, man. It's good that y'all watch them over. I love to see where people are, where they watch. I got people all over the United States, triangular or like pinpoint or whatever. Because I keep thinking y'all in the same city I'm in. I don't know why I think that everybody's in the same city. But yeah, shout out to Tampa, man. I ain't never been there before. But I'm gonna come out there one day. Man, it's cold. Oh yeah, yeah. You just come over and visit the church one day, man. We have people all the time come up to the church. I was in town one day because I still go back to Destin Ministries every now and then. I was in town one day, and there was a brother from I think he was from like Dallas, Texas, and we was about to open up the doors or whatever, and so he was coming and trying to get in the door, but it was still locked, and so he was walking up to the car to see like are we open yet? So I raised down the window, Hey man, I know you, bro. He said, I know you. He said, yeah, man, I watch you online all the time. He said, yeah, you be doing YouTube. I said, yeah, I be doing. He said, yeah, man, I watch your father all the time, man. So I'll be seeing y'all on the videos and stuff. And so he was just talking. He said, hey man, hey bro, your father, man. He said, your father changed my life, man. He said, bro, I watch him all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, I always wanted to come up here and visit y'all, you know what I'm saying? And so he came for that Sunday. And then he had came on a live stream when I was out here. He said, yeah, man. He was like, I was the one at your church. I said, yeah, what's up, man? So, every time somebody comes to our church, I be talking about pops, you know what I'm saying? Telling my stories and stuff. Y'all should be here for my story time. I got the funniest story time. That's why I say, like, I got stuff that come to my remembrance because there's a lot of. Daddy was a comedian. He was a jokester, so he did a lot of jokes. He played. So whenever I remember, it was so much, man, and sometimes it was so long ago, I forget. But if they ever come to my memory, I try to like jog them down so y'all, I can tell y'all. And some of this stuff, bro, this is back in like 2006, and I'm still laughing off of this stuff. Bro, it's not funny. Like I said, Daddy plays too much, so that's why I said I got a lot of funny stories. But usually every now and then I'll speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's cold. Man, it's only 53 degrees. It's only 53 degrees. Woo. Yeah, I heard that a lot, man. Greatest pastor. He really was, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's great in their own way. Like I said, I don't. And again, I don't talk about men of God. I diss men of God. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different in their own way. You know. But the way he delivered the word was a lot different, man. It really was. You know what I'm saying? So people was in my comments. There was some dude. He was like, bro, you had the greatest ever. He said the greatest. He emphasized that the second time, that the greatest. But it's good to hear that. Sometimes I would kind of get annoyed with that because people kept doing that. They did it for years. And so it was really like, it got annoying because I'm just like, bro, people kept messing with me. But I'm like, bro, I get it that you're happy with. Because I didn't really know. I was like, why are people telling me this? He was always dad to us. We was always in little Louisville. So it was like, we didn't see ourselves as big. But people kept coming and said, nah, man, you don't understand. I really didn't understand. They was like, nah, your father like changed a lot. And I was like, well, he's daddy. I mean, that's what he does. We used to. That's what he always do. And so then when I started seeing, I do appreciate that because now I'm starting to see like he reached a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? So when they all come and saying the same thing, I'm like, it's not by coincidence, man. It's like that. But I told you, that's the way he was, man. Like I said, you see him on stage and he talked like it's really how he talked. As I told y'all, man, wasn't nothing fake about dude. Wasn't nothing fake about that man, bro. He never switched up. That man literally was the realest you would ever meet, man. He didn't care about no money. He didn't care about no fame, no recognition. He was the only man I knew that was not no punk, man. He ain't never backed down from nobody, ever. As I said, you said one day your kid's gonna tell you when you get older. I can tell you right now, him and mama was never a joke. Never. I've never seen it one time, bro. I would be lying if I said I did, bro. I've never seen it. He was always real. He was really about that. Y'all just don't know, man. You don't know. You don't know. Bro. That's why I said wasn't nothing no punk about that man, bro. Like for real. He was really like that. I said it was a couple of times we had to tell him like, hey, Fox, we had to feel like, Fox, calm down. And then he be ready. He ready to fight with his family. He really like that. Sometimes he be like, one time it was this dude walking past, like we was at the little waterfront or whatever. And he was walking past it, so Henna was moving out the way. But from down there, it looked like he was trying to talk to some. He looked like he was trying to talk to her, but he was just walking past. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't know he was further back talking with Mama. And so I thought Daddy was talking to me. So I turned around. I said, "Who?" He said, "Hey," because usually we say, "Hey man," he's talking to me. So it was a white dude. He said, "Hey man." And so I turned around. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking at dude. He said, "Hey man." He said, "What you want? What you want?" So the dude looking like, "Are you talking to me?" Like he was like, "What's happening?" He said, "What you want, man? You trying to talk to kids?" He said, "What you want?" And so Buddy walked back this way. He was like, "Nah, what?" I was just walking past. So Daddy was like, he said, "Nah, man, you trying to talk to kids, man? What you want?" He said, "Nah, I was just walking past." He said, "All right." He said, "All right." That white man scared. Daddy didn't know the full story. I was telling him, I said, "Nah," I said, "Daddy, he was walking through. He wasn't trying to." He thought he was trying to mess with him. I was like, "No, he was just walking through. He was in the way, so that's why we was moving out the way." But I said from further back, yeah, I do. I said further back, Daddy ain't know that, so he immediately went into father mode. Yes, sir, streamer, yes, sir. And said he went into father mode. He was like, "Hey, man." He stood up. He was sitting down with Mama. He stood up. Daddy stood up. He said, "What you want?" Because when Daddy stand up, he look at you with that look, and he get like this bold look. He said, "What you want?" He said, "What you overdoing, man? You trying to talk to kids?" He start flexing. I said, "Daddy, down, Daddy. Down, boy." It's good. Don't worry. He wasn't trying to talk. I told you we had to stop him a couple of times. Like I said, Daddy would get radical. He would get radical. Like Joe said, he went somewhere with him one time. I think they went to the store or something. But Daddy, again, like I said, sometimes I told you, Daddy was really like it. You couldn't tell him nothing. He couldn't tell him nothing. He had parked in a handicap spot. I guess he wasn't paying attention. And so they was like, "Sir, are you handicapped?" He was like, "Nah." They said, "Sir, that's a handicap spot. You can't park." I guess he was trying to run in and get something. And so they was telling him, like, "Sir, you can't park." And so they said, "I'm park where I want to. I'm park where I want to. I don't care." So Joe was telling him, he said, "Yeah, Daddy, we can't park." Hey, bro, he would be radical like that. They wanted us to move the cars in front of the house one time because the city was trying to dig on the ground. They was trying to get like a pipe right there. And so they was asking us, they was like, "Hey, do you mind like kind of moving up? We're trying to just like dig and find, I think it was like a busted pipe." And so and so mama had answered the door. She told Daddy. He said, "No, man." He said, "Man, get off my yard." He said, "No, man. Like, dig around it." He's like, "Dig around it. I ain't moving my car. Move." He said, "Dig around it." I was like, "But mom was," she was like, "Well, Steve, they got to get the pipe." He said, "No, I don't care." He's like, "I ain't moving that car." I said, "Yo." All he had to do was just move it up a little bit. I said, "That's the spot they need to get to." I said, "Daddy, you don't understand that. They need to get to that spot." I was like, "Oh my gosh, bro." He had to be right about everything. When he was wrong, he had to be right. I was like, "Oh my gosh, man." He said, "Well, you know what I meant." I'm like, "No, I didn't know what you meant. You said something different. You said something way different." Oh my gosh, he was really like that too. He said that, bro. He said, "I told you." He would say one thing, and then we repeat back what he said. He would get mad, but he don't forget. He forgot like he said it. He said, "What time did I say?" I was like, "You said 9:30." He meant to say 8:30, but he said 9:30. He said, "Repeat back what I said." I said, "You said get up at 8:30 or 9:30." He said, "That ain't what I said." I said, "Daddy, yes, you did. You said get up at." He said, "What I say?" I said, "You said get up at 8:30." He was like, "Dude, are you not listening?" I said, "You." He said, "What did I tell you, boy?" I said, "You said get up at 8:30." Bro, he was just he was just throwing his hands up, getting mad. He said, "Man, this boy ain't listening to me." And Mama, she told him, she said, "Steve, you did say 9:30." He said, "Well, I'm in 8:30." He said, "You know what I meant?" I said, "No, we didn't know what you meant. You said 9:30. You said 9:30. See?" I said, "See, I was listening. You said 9:30." He said, "When I was 8:30." I said, "Oh, you couldn't just say, hey, my bad." He could just say, hey, my bad. Oh my God, bro. He did the same thing with the Coca Cola and the Pepsi. He said, "Go to the store." Bro, he said, "Go to the store, son, and get a Coca Cola." He always drinks Pepsi, so I thought it was kind of weird when he said Coca Cola. So he said, "Go to the store and get a Coca Cola. You don't come back without getting what Daddy exactly." He said, "Get exactly what I tell you." And he always said that. Don't get the generic. Don't get the other brand. Get the same thing he said. Daddy was a very specific person. You can tell how he preached. He was like it in real life. He wanted the exact thing he said when he said it, how he said it. He said, "Get a Coca Cola." I was like, "Okay." I thought he meant Pepsi, but he said Coca Cola, so I got a Coca Cola. I came back with a Coca Cola. He was mad. He said, "No, when do I ever drink Coca Cola?" I said, "You just told me to get a Coca Cola." He said, "I said get a Pepsi." I said, "Daddy, you said get a Coca." He said get a Coca Cola. He said, "Boy, you know I don't ever drink no Coca Cola." I said, "So then why did you tell me to get it?" He was getting mad. He could just say like, "Hey, I said that." I was trying to plead my case, but you can't plead your case with him. So I was like, "All right, my bad. I'll go get a Pepsi." I'll get a Pepsi now. I was like, "Bro, he said get a Coca Cola." He could just admit that he was wrong. I was like, "You know what? I wish Uber Eats was a thing, or like Dine and Dash was a thing. I'll just have bring it to the house and I ain't go get it." That's cool. Bro. Hey, bro. Like I said, that was a joke. He played too much. I just thought about that the other day. I'm gonna tell the story again in the future, but I thought about the other day, bro. One day we was that's why I said I be remembering stuff from like 2006. One day we had just came from church. He just got through preaching. We went to this we went to this restaurant called Kingfish over on the river. And so when you parked on the river by the restaurant, it kind of like the parking lot kind of slants down like it. And it's right there by the river. So it's like right there. So Daddy never plays with his Cadillacs. Like we had that green Cadillac at the time. So we right there on the river. We parked like down kind of like that. So at first he was pulling up. And so like literally like there's like the little it's like a little like look I don't know I think it's like the river right there, but it's like right there by the parking spot. It's like right there. So he was pulling up to it real slow, and then he hurry up and hit the gas. He hit the gas, and then he told Mama because Mama's in the front seat, we in the back. He hit the gas real quick. He said, "Oh, we going to the river." It's the way he did it. He said where he was coming up on a stop, and then he hurry up and hit the gas. He said, "Oh, we going in the river." And so Mama, she starts screaming. She said, "Steve." She said, "Steve, stop." Stop. And when Daddy would play too much, he would be laughing. And so he always had that funny laugh. He crack up, bro. We in the backseat crying. She said, "Steve, it ain't funny." He said, "Missy, calm down." Oh, bro. But that was way back in like '06, '07. That was like 20 years ago. And I remember laughing so hard, bro. 20 years later, I'm still laughing just as hard of it. Bro, that was so funny. Bro, I remember being in the backseat crying. I couldn't breathe, man. Because Daddy played too much. I told you, Pops played too much, man. He was a jokester, but he would take his jokes too far. He's scared because Mama would get easily scared. And so he would always do stuff like it. he, start, he started busting out laughing. I said, Mama, hey, man. Mama's a very jumpy person. So when Mama started jumping, she grabbed on his so she started grabbing him. So Steve, oh, man. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. Oh, oh my gosh, man. He was scared my all the time. Oh man. Oh man, that's funny. Bro, that's why I said that was 20 years ago, and that still is just as funny, man. I don't think that's ever gotten old. I actually forgot that happened till like the other day. That's why I was like, because sometimes you do bring up some of the best moments and memories. Because like I say, you play too much. You would do stuff like that all the time, man. That was hilarious though. Oh, but it's cold. It's frozen. Man, I wouldn't even be able to tell you. There's so many of them, man. I forgot all the titles to his messages. All I know is, like I said, the Nephilim, Rome versus Zion, who are we, healing the Hebrew. I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of them. There's like 500 of them things. I don't even know. Some people here know the videos better than I know them because, like I said, I was there, so I don't really watch the videos. I don't, I was there, so. But some of y'all wasn't, so y'all have to watch it. I don't know, man. Like I said, he played too much. Cold. You only know cold in Florida. Oh, I said Florida, Texas. It ain't that cold. It's just like I said. It's just chilly. You know what I'm saying? It's only like 52. Ouch. Hurts. Hold on. Yeah, I like Chicago. Where y'all at? Well, I know it's like negative 20,000 degrees up here. Y'all like the ice planet, man. Y'all like that little ice planet from Star Wars, the Hoth or whatever. Y'all freezing. As I said, Chicago, a beautiful city, one of my favorite, but I don't know if I would live there in the wintertime. I'll probably live there half a year, and then when the wintertime comes, I'm moving somewhere else. I like the scenery in the winter. I would do like events there, but I don't know if I can like. live there, man. Chicago's just too cold, bro. Like, I don't know how y'all doing it. It's way too cold up there. I'm more of a down south type person, bro. I like the sun. The sun, bro. So yeah, that cold ain't my scenery, bro. I can't do that, bro. Mm. I like a good laugh, man. Like I said, I needed this, bro, because like I said, yesterday made 8 years the day that passed, you know what I'm saying? So it was tough, man. It was kind of tough to even kind of think about it. Sometimes you still feel a type of way, man. You be wondering what you're feeling. So, I enjoy a good laugh, man. I love talking about the life of him, man. Like the funny moments, the good moments that you can remember in church. You know what I'm saying? So that does help me, man, to have a good laugh. Because that's what I thought about yesterday, man. I was like laughing about it because I was like with the funny stories and stuff. I was like, bro, I was laughing because it was so hilarious. Because I said he did do that. He almost ran into the river with the car. I said, bro, that was so funny. So, yeah, I try to remember those good moments. You know what I'm saying? And stuff that makes you laugh and smile. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, and I appreciate all y'all, man. Like I said, for showing love. And, what I'm saying, checking up on me and stuff. Like, I definitely didn't want to talk about it yesterday. I don't go live on that day. I don't really get on social media like that. And I definitely don't put him on his channel when it comes to that day because I just don't want to talk to people. I don't want people spamming my comments. You know, people just, I just don't want to see them. But yeah, like I said, I'm feeling better today, man. You know what I'm saying? 8 years, another year going. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough, but it is what it is. But, yeah. But that's why I said I'm like he was a funny guy, man. He was definitely a funny dude. So he made a lot of he made a lot of like jokes, a lot of like moments funny. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff you remember, man. That's why I say I love telling y'all like the funny stuff about it because there was a lot of funny stuff, man. He's really a funny guy, you know. Whew. He did not like the cold too. That's one thing. He did not like the cold either, man. Which nobody does. That's why I said the man was on a plane like every week, dude. Like he was always on a plane going somewhere. If it wasn't South Africa, he going to Belize with Mama. He going to Dubai. Like him man went everywhere, dude. Like that was times I didn't even know he was about to go out of town. He's already going out of town like the next day. I'm like, man, he ain't saying that. He was on a plane going somewhere. Jose, appreciate that, brother. Level 1 membership. Ugh. If I only made it warmer outside. It's cold. Cold. Mm, 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 mm. But yeah, how about holding on for 2 hours? Man, it's so cold. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, I complain a lot because we used to it being extremely hot, so it's cold. It's cold today. I love all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. As I said, I don't take y'all lightly, man. Y'all come and support or y'all come and just listen. That does help. Yeah. Like I said, I was real quiet yesterday. I didn't even want to say nothing. Like even to myself, kind of. Sometimes I kind of like talk to myself a little bit, or just shoot the breeze with myself. I didn't even do that. I'm like, I don't even want to talk. It's not in the mood. See, I'm actually about to get off here, man. We're gonna do Discord tonight. So, oh shoot, dang on it. I knew that was gonna happen. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that's a sign. It's time to get off of here. Dang on thing. Hold on, y'all. One second. Oh man. Oh man. Whew. Oh. Whew. Man, it's cold, bro. Dang. Again, it ain't really that cold, but it's just the fact that it's always hot, bro. That's why it's so cold, because I ain't used to this type of weather being here, bro. It's freezing, man. Dang, it's freezing. I'm starving, man. Would I eat today? I don't even know if I even ate today, bro. Did I? think I ate breakfast. That's how busy I was. I don't remember if I ate. Yeah, it's time to go get some food, man. That's what it is. I ain't ate nothing. That's why I'm funny right now, bro. Oh, the Discord, there's an exclusive link to it. That's mainly for like I said, people that just keep coming. Because like I said, I don't just add everybody. I did that before. People be weird and all. So I'm just like, it's more of like a exclusivity type place that most people get added to after a while. Like I said, most people that got added, it took them a while to get in there. You know what I'm saying? So they just keep coming back to the channel. You know, because like I said, just like how Pops was, he tested it by far. I'm gonna test it by far too. 'Cause like I said, sometimes people just not everybody need to be in there. You know. I ain't looking to build it though. So like I said, eventually soon. I don't just add everybody all the time. Just like with memberships, like in the church and stuff. Like we don't just always do like new members and stuff like that. He always waited like a couple of months to see if you really gonna join the church because he was like, I don't just open up the doors for everybody. He said, no, I want you to keep coming for a while. And that's the same way with me. I want you to keep coming. Like I said, because try to have somebody over one time, a couple of people, and they just, oh Lord. I'm just like, boy, I don't even know how you even got this. Like, I don't even got that. They end up literally showing Discord in the Discord. I'm like, yeah, nah, we got to know you first. Dude. You know how Negroes get. They get too indignant or too, they forget that this is somebody else's platform. They just do whatever they want. Yeah, in due time. That's why I said I'm going to, eventually, again, I'm going to drop the link. Oh, what's up with this thing? But yeah, I need to get off of here. My hands are froze and I'm hungry. Man, I don't even got nothing to drink in the house. I got to go to the store, man, get some. I'm all out of juice. I'm all out of stuff. Man. Somebody smoking weed out here, boy. That's strong. I'm getting a contact high here. This is not good. I ain't had nothing to eat. I'm gonna get the contact high munchies. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna get over here, y'all. Anyways, y'all stay warm. I love y'all. Cool dudes. Okay.